Good afternoon. Open Space Park in Sioux Center, Iowa is the site of today's Great Plains Athletic Conference finale for both the Dort Defenders and the Waldorf Warriors. The Dort Defenders come in with a 7-2 record, while the Waldorf Warriors are still searching for their first win of the conference season. Taking a look at the Dort Defender season thus far and what they're playing for at this point, they're trying to tie a season record for wins in a regular season, matching last year's total with a win here this afternoon. The Dort Defenders also still hoping for an outside chance at a playoff berth in the NAIA National Championship Series. The playoff field will be announced tomorrow. Coming up on our pregame show, we will check in with head coach Joel Penner of the Dort Defenders. We'll also go over to the other sideline and we'll converse with the Waldorf Warriors coaching staff. And a little bit later on, Matt Boss and Kyle Achterhoff will be by to set the table and give you the call of today's contest, Dort versus Waldorf. Great Plains Athletic Conference football. We'll be back with more on the Wireless World pregame show in 2 minutes.
Biblical truth shapes Dort's worldview, giving students the wisdom to serve God and neighbor through their work and in their daily lives. Do all that God has created you to do at Dort University.
In our program, we talk a lot about this idea of teaching Christianly. How does my faith impact every decision I make in my teaching practice? The more opportunities we have to work with students to kind of foster that kind of a little bit bigger picture of how faith and learning are already integral. It's already there. So how do we uncover that? How do we help students start to see more and more, like, this is how things are. I'm a person of faith. My faith is a critical component to who I am. Then it's going to have to play out in my teaching practice in some way.
Homegrown. Community. Family.
Innovators.
Growth.
Faith.
Legacy.
We are dedicated to egg.
Today's Dort Media Network livestream broadcast is produced by the students of Dort University. Thanks for watching.
On the Wireless World pregame show, we continue on and we will visit with head coach for the Waldorf Warriors, Tyler Choppa. And Tyler, in the first year with the Great Plains Athletic Conference, with Waldorf being a member, and Coach Choppa, how steep has the learning curve been for you and your staff? I know you have a background with Dort University before you came to Waldorf, but how has the transition to the GPAC been in terms of learning opponents and just adapting to that? How has that gone for you and your staff?
Yeah, it's been, it's a work in progress. And I've told our community, I've told our players, our parents, I'm very, very grateful that I'm the one that gets to kind of lead the charge, because I know it's going to be tough, and it's not going to be nowadays some folks want the instant gratification of, hey, I want to win. Well, in a league like this where every single team is good, even the lower tier guys. I mean, I'll take my team, for example. We're, haven't won a game yet, and the scores aren't going to reflect the kind of kids that we have, but they don't quit. They know you can't quit. You can't just roll over and give anything to anybody. And that's every single team. This whole league is a great culture of football. And there's a lot of really good dudes, like really good people and really good players. And so, for us, it's going to be all about recruiting and, not recruiting to where we are now, but what I think this place can be. We've got awesome administration, we've got awesome community members, and they want us to succeed. So it's been, a roller coaster of a year, but I am really glad that I'm the one that gets to kind of lead the charge for the Warriors.
Tell me about what you want to do offensively. I take a look, and you've got quarterbacks. You have split time to a certain degree with your quarterbacks. One has played 7 games. The other has played 9 games out of the 10 total. So you've had some overlap there. What are you trying to do with this offense?
Yeah, we've got a lot of young guys playing up front. We've got a lot of injuries, just like everybody else. We've got some freshmen that have been thrown into the fire, so to speak, and learning on the fly. And so that's going to be good for them in the long run. But we are feeling kind of those growing pains right now. And so both our quarterbacks give us two different things. Lewis is a little bit more mobile, and Chris is kind of more of your pocket passer. Can kind of audible at the line of scrimmage. So those guys give us, and they have a great relationship with each other, which in a quarterback room, that's what you want. You want them to, fearlessly compete with each other every single day in practice. But then when one's playing and the other's on the sideline, you want them to, root for them to be successful, because if the quarterback's successful, we're probably successful. So, this week just kind of focusing on completing drives and keep getting first downs, and don't worry about the score. That's kind of been the message, right? We want to show improvement every single week, and going up against a team like Dort, been really good for the last few years, has a great coaching staff and has an offense that's really hard to stop, right? That triple option stuff. So we've got to be good on offense, being able to control the clock and keep getting first downs.
On defense, you allude to having to deal with Dort's offensive scheme. How do you do that with the defensive group that you've got?
Yeah, we've got to put our best 11 on the field, and that might not be the 11 that have played for us all year long. This is a completely different scheme. We want to keep it simple so our guys can play fast, but we've got to be able to contain number 15, the quarterback. He's a tough kid. He's an option quarterback. He actually can throw the ball a little bit better than you would think an option quarterback can throw, and but he's a tough runner, and that's kind of the emphasis this week is, he's not gonna just slide or get out of bounds at all. He's gonna try to bring the lumber to you. So we've got to be tough, and when we get chances to tackle him, understand he's an option quarterback. He's used to taking hits all the time, so we've got to get him on the ground.
Coach, any other keys that I'm missing for your team to have some success on Saturday? What else are you preaching to your team in this week leading up to Saturday?
Yeah, it's going to be a great environment over there at Dort. It's going to be a senior night, and they've got a lot of good players that have done a lot of great things over the last 4 years that they've been there, and that's what Dort does. They're able to retain guys and grow them up through the program. So for our guys to see something like that and see, hey, this is the product of buying in and sticking together. Even it's easy to stick together when everything's going your way, but can we stick together when adversity strikes and not everything's perfect? And so that's kind of I want them to see that atmosphere and see all the parents there and just soak all that stuff in, because that's the blueprint. You want families involved in your program. You want kids to stick it out for the long run, even if as a freshman you're not playing right now, right? Everybody wants to play right away, but in this league you can't do that. So brotherhood, stick together. As long as we have each other's back, the final score will be what it is. Doesn't really matter, but that gives us the best chance to compete as long as we stick together.
Tyler Choppa, best wishes to you and your team as you conclude the season, and we will see you on Saturday.
Thank you, sir.
That is Tyler Choppa on the Wireless World pregame show. We'll be back with more right after this 2-minute timeout.
Welcome to the American State Bank Sports Complex. Let me show you around. So right now we're in the spacious head house of the complex. On my left here we have the concession stand, and then on my right here we have a seating area, whether that's for students, spectators, or fans to come and enjoy before and in between games. This is the moment you've been waiting for. Welcome to the Dome. In the Dome, we have the space available for 2 full-size softball fields. However, this space is also utilized by the football, baseball, and soccer teams, as well as for other various athletic events. So the Dome has impacted the softball team in a variety of ways. First, we used to practice during the winter months over in the rec center, but the limited space availability never really allowed us to hit our full potential, whereas in here, we can fit 2 full-size softball fields. We're also able to start games much earlier in the season. We have a range of equipment available here at the Dome, whether it's the batting cages, the soccer goals, or even a field goal available for the football team. It's a huge opportunity to have the space available to practice in the off-season, especially for our outdoor athletic teams. Another great thing about the American State Bank Sports Complex is that it's not just for Dort athletes, it's for the entire community. Whether that's high school soccer leagues, open turf time, or even a space for intramurals. The American State Bank Sports Complex will change not only how we practice as Dort athletes, but also how we interact with the community as a whole. Thanks for letting me take you on a little tour. Hope you stop by soon.
Hi, this is Alex with Outdoor Elements. We've been the region's premier landscape company for over 15 years. With our own in-house landscape designer, we create extraordinary outdoor spaces where you will make memories with family and friends. We do all types of landscaping and we're the region's only certified pool professionals. We specialize in saltwater pools, which are easy to maintain and gentle on your skin. Check out our website at outdoorelementsinc.com. We make your landscape as beautiful as your home. When you want the best, contact us at 712-476-5299 or email us at info@outdoorelementsinc.com.
As the Wireless World pregame show continues, we are going to check in with Joel Penner and the Dort University football program, concluding the regular season on Saturday in this contest with the Waldorf Warriors. And Coach Penner, disappointment from last week. Stood toe-to-toe with Northwestern, 3-0. I said on the broadcast a few different times, did we have that 49 weeks in between last year's playoff game and this one? Because it felt just as an extension of that contest, just meet in the middle between the 30-yard lines, slug it out, and try to take advantage of limited opportunities. And in the end, it's a field goal on Saturday that wins it for Northwestern.
If you are looking for differences in the game, it was about 15 degrees and it was a different site. Everything else was almost identical. Yeah, I mean, if you love defense, that was your day. In the end, I think it's accurate to say that defensively they played incredible. We played incredible, and Dort beat Dort. I mean, there's about 9 plays you look at that had nothing to do with tactical anything or matchup. It was just a key mistake in the wrong moment. And at the end of the day, teams have to win moments. You don't win games because the stats said you did. The last 2 matchups we've won the statistical game and lost the game. So it comes down to the moments, and right down to the last one, we just made mistakes. So can't beat yourself, and that's one of my mentors said that teams don't usually lose, they beat themselves, and that's the majority of losses go that way, and I think that's what happened.
So you put that one behind you as best you can, and you prepare for a Waldorf Warrior team that, boy, if you've got the last 3 weeks on one end of the scale and you got this one on the other, you've got the intensity of an arch rival, long-time history with Northwestern last week, and a successful program. Now you're facing a Waldorf team new to the conference. We haven't played them in a while, and a team that has struggled in the transition to this conference. Stark contrast, but you've got to respect your opponent, and you've got to get ready. How do you prepare for this Waldorf team?
Yeah, I'm not going to sugarcoat it and say there's not a competitive challenge here. But I think what we've done is we've focused on the longer we play, the better we get, and choosing a response to a disappointment and honoring our seniors. That's kind of how we've approached it. And, if you're looking for motivation to play hard and to play well, it's not hard to find it. There's so much in our program and with our guys that they love each other. They're trying to honor God in how they play. We don't know if this is our last game or not. That's another challenge that throws into that. But we have 38 seniors, Mike, and they are near and dear, and I think our guys are our entire team is so fired up to play hard and send them out well.
Have you ever had a group this large at any level that you were coaching?
24 years, I've never had 30 seniors. So we have 38. So
I know that's a little early to think about this, but what does that look like in the room next spring when you get the team together and those guys are no longer there?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's the void of, particularly on defense, you know, I mean, on offense, I think we have 2 starters that'll graduate.
Yeah.
So the offense won't feel the transition as much. Our defense obviously will feel a lot. And, you know, we've been working ahead. I mean, as coaches, you have to look long-term and short-term. And we've really been intentional about training up the next generation. So you'll see guys on the field next year on defense. It's, oh yeah, he played quite a bit last year. And, you know, fortunately we were up in some games and they got a lot of experience. And, you know, with Abe's injury, we got Colson played the whole year. And so there'll be some familiar faces next year. But yeah, I mean, you can't, I've always said you don't replace people, you replace production. People are timeless and personalities.
Unique.
Yeah, I mean, you'll never have this team again. But next year's team will be pretty special, you know, and we're getting way ahead of where my mind's even at.
This is a conversation for postseason whenever that happens, but it just sprang to my mind. I mean, you take a 30-year team out of that meeting room or so, it's going to have a different feel to it. Back to today with Waldorf. Any other keys that we need to watch? I mean, what do you want to do today? Yeah,
we got some decisions to make with the weather and the wind. You know, I mean, you give up a possession to get the wind at your back twice. Yeah, I mean, we just got to kind of wait to see what it's like at kickoff. Honoring our seniors, you know, we intend on playing some seniors that haven't played as much, and we want to get them on the field. And so, yeah, I think this game has more than one objective. You know, if you're playing with a little bit of singular focus most weeks, I think there's some other focuses this week that we're trying to mix in, and you may even see a little razzle dazzle and some trickery to get some guys in some moments. You remember Levi Jungling, the end of his career, probably not to that level, but we want to send these guys out well.
That's Coach Joel Penner on the Wireless World pregame show. Back with more after this 2-minute timeout. As the Wireless World pregame show continues, we are going to check in with Joel Penner and the Dort University football. To Piper up the middle. Piper still on his feet. Touchdown defender. Cade Roller to the goal line. Touchdown defenders.
At Premier Communications, we're all about connection. Connecting you to all the entertainment, work, and family you love with our phone, internet, cable TV, and tech support services. And now, that connection has gotten even faster with internet speeds up to 1 gig. Experience the next level of connection with Premier Communications. Visit us online at mypremieronline.com or call toll-free 800-741-8351. Premier Communications. Looking ahead.
Welcome to Sioux Center, Iowa. Life in the center of everything. Where we connect with friends, coworkers, family, and the great outdoors. Knowing that in Sioux Center, you're never far from making the next great memory. And we grow great companies that make cutting-edge breakthroughs to make life better here and around the world. And when it's time to play, we keep friendship, family, and a bright future at the center of everything.
Premier Bank has always understood the value of family. We recognize that as your family grows, your banking needs change, and we're here to help you each step of the way. We'll create a customized plan for easier and better banking and support you in making the most of every dollar, today and always. Visit epremierbank.com or stop by any of the 5 Premier Bank locations in Iowa or South Dakota to partner with a bank who's ready to grow with you.
Pleasant good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Open Space Park, home of the Dort University Defenders, in sight of the final game of the regular season. 16th ranked Dort University, 7-2, both in the GPAC and overall, taking on Waldorf, 0-9 on the season in the conference, 0-10 overall. Final game of the regular season. It's a stiff south wind. That is going to be a factor. But we're going to play some football today, and I know that there's a lot of thoughts out there. There's a lot of stories we could run with, but I've thought about it a lot and what to talk about and what to focus on in the pregame show, and we're going to talk about the game before us, and that's Dort versus Waldorf. We just had 38 seniors walk across the field. We're going to talk about them and what they've meant to the Defender program. In case you missed it, I am not Mike Biker. I am Matt Boss, but I am joined by Kyle Achterhoff. And so if you like normalcy, Kyle will bring you the normalcy. And it's our privilege to join you, Kyle. And we got some football to talk about today.
Yeah, thanks, Matt. A lot of football to talk about. We got a ball game in front of us. We got 60 minutes to play. A lot of excitement. I know Coach Penner really wants to send these seniors, the 38 of those guys, out with just a solid performance and a fun day for them, because it's special. You know it's their last chance to play here. We'll talk later about that whole playoff implication thing, but yeah, the likelihood of hosting even next week, probably if we win and if we get in, probably isn't. It's probably not real likely that we're hosting a game, but so. They know that this could and most likely is their last chance to play out here at Open Space Park, and they want to go out well.
Waldorf, a team that is making the transition to the Great Plains Athletic Conference, part of the North Star Athletic Conference, Dickinson State, Mayville State, Dakota State, and other teams. But they fared well in the North Star, kind of a middle-of-the-pack team, first year in the GPAC, and the transition has been tough for a very young Waldorf squad.
Yeah, you get into a new league and you don't know your opponents quite as well. I'm sure there are a lot of games even – in their last year in the North Star where, honestly, you know your opponent so well, you can scheme a little bit better. Just adjusting to the physicality and the speed in the GPAC, it is a different ball game, and you can see how teams have fared in the playoffs from the different leagues. And, it's been a tough adjustment, but like you said, they're young. They got a young coaching staff. They're going to be guys that are going to get out and hit the road recruiting and try to improve their skill level.
For Dort University and doing some prep work defensively, this, depending on the outcome today and future outcomes, hopefully, but maybe history in the making for a Dort defense that has a chance at setting some program records, and it's a stout defense, and we saw it firsthand last week against Northwestern.
Yeah, exactly. We really had two outstanding defenses facing off last week, and yeah, our Defender defense has been just outstanding all season long. Senior dominated group, just a lot of experience out there, and I think that what makes them special, Matt, is they're just solid on all three levels. Up front in the defensive line, great linebacker play, really good in the secondary. I mean, you combine those three elements, and you're going to be able to stop the run, and you're going to be able to defend the pass pretty well, and we've done that all season long.
Well, first things first, you got this right. We're going to kick with the wind, Kyle. You called it.
Yeah, again, we mentioned that stout defense, right? And so you're going against a team that has struggled all season long, and so you're going to get your defensive unit out there on the field right away.
Stephen Linen to kick things off, and as you would expect, a touchback with the wind, and he's got a good leg. It'll be 1st and 10 for Waldorf as they bring their offense onto the field. Talking about Tyler Choppa and his offense coming in, averaging 11.5 points per game, 235 yards per game, 80 yards rushing, 156 yards passing, and they will go dual quarterback. Chris Walter, true freshman, along with Luis Williams, and they're going to play them both is what I guess today.
Yeah, I would assume so. I think Williams has got the majority of the snaps earlier in the year. And they might be to that point where let's just get our freshmen some experience and build from there.
Walter back to pass, facing pressure. He eludes it. He's rolling to his right. Eyes are downfield, and he's going to run for it. And he will run out of bounds before he is forced out by the defenders. Short gain on the play for Waldorf and Chris Walter.
Yeah, it kind of went out of bounds awkward. I don't know if he wasn't expecting to get hit. He was still in bounds when he got hit, but he looked like he might have hyperextended his knees, limping around a little bit out there.
Cooper Hidalgo forced him out of bounds for the defenders, brings up a second down and at 7. Ball put at the 27-yard line of Waldorf. Walter in the pistol. 4 receivers. They'll send a man in motion. And it's the tight end in motion, and the handoff is going to go to Rocky Ketchum, the leading ball carrier for this Waldorf team. Not much there, right into the heart of that defender defense.
Yeah, and their running game hasn't been real productive throughout the season in terms of yards per play, and I think their leading rushers has 300 and some yards, I think, for the year. Yeah, they've just struggled, but and they're going to struggle with that against this Dort defensive unit.
Not where you want to be, down in distance on the road on your very first drive. It'll be 3rd and long coming up for Waldorf. Dort showing pressure. They're going to rush 4, bringing the pressure. Pass is incomplete. Defended well, intended for one of the wide receivers, number 85, Frowine, but Waldorf will be on to punt.
Well, and that's, when you're facing a young team that struggled, the one thing you don't want to give them is any confidence early on. Actually, I saw a little bit of film with Morningside, and they stopped Morningside. I think they forced a 3-and-out with Morningside, and you'd have thought they won the Super Bowl, and they had all that excitement going on their sideline.
And the defenders bring a lot of heat, and they block the punt, and it is going to be recovered, goes out of bounds, out of the end zone, and that is going to be points for the defenders.
Well, and just talking special teams, the importance of special teams, a third of the ball game, talking to the coaching staff this week, they felt confident that they could get to the punt and maybe get a block or 2 today. It's been one of their goals. So to start the game off with a 3-and-out, and then you almost don't want that thing to go out of the end zone, right?
and we tried to recover it before, but it just was bouncing away.
Yeah, you got defensive guys primarily on the punt block team, and let's be honest, Matt. They're playing defense for a reason. They probably don't have the greatest hands.
Yes.
I'm just kidding, fellas. If they watch this rerun here, but they just couldn't quite field it. But yeah, now we got the offense is going to get it right back here after Waldorf kicks it away.
So Dort takes a 2-0 lead on the safety, goes out of the back of the end zone, which is a safety, 2 points for the defenders. Now a free kick coming up for Waldorf, and probably going to be a pretty good field position for the defenders. You're kicking into the wind. Keegan Valverde is back to receive.
Yeah, I think we swapped out our normal kick returners for punt return guys, just because they're used to catching those balls, because this could be high and short, and he kicks it out of bounds.
It's going to be out of bounds, and Dort's going to have it on the Waldorf side of the field. Great field position for this Dort offense. Dort with a 2-0 lead. Dort's offense takes the field for the first time under head coach Joel Penner and offensive coordinator Levi Jungling. It's an offense averaging 36 points per game, which is 3rd best in the GPAC, and 437 yards, 245 yards rushing, 5th best in the NAI, 1st in the GPAC passing game, 192 yards passing. Colson Cruz will be the quarterback. And this is a very balanced Dort offense. You look at their stats, and it's just great balance. They got a number of guys that can carry the ball. They got a number of guys who can catch the football.
Yeah, exactly, Matt. And I think that's what's made this offense especially difficult to defend this year is, in the past we've been a lot more run heavy, and we can still obviously run the ball really, really well. But I think Colson Cruz is having an outstanding year at the quarterback position. He has a number of guys that he can throw to, and yeah, the passing game has just improved a ton.
Going to have a false start penalty. Was that on the free kick against Waldorf?
Yeah, I think the officials were trying to determine where should Dort get the ball here, and obviously since it was punted out of bounds on the free kick, that was a penalty, so they just added 5 to the end of the punt.
Colson Cruz in the pistol. Running back is Daniel Dickerson behind him, and they'll give it to Dickerson. It's Nick Wellen, actually. Wellen getting those tough yards that his career has been a characteristic of his career, and a good first down gain for Nick Wellen.
Yeah, and between Wellen and Dickerson, those guys have had the majority of the carries throughout this season. A couple of younger guys have gotten their spot times as well, but it's fun seeing those upperclassmen in the game and starting things off really, really well.
Second down and short. That is Elliott Beal that goes in motion, and Cruz fakes the handoff. Will go up the middle in what looks to be a first down. Short game, but a first down, and that'll move the chains for the defenders. Keegan Streeter for Waldorf with the stop, one of their linebackers. So first down and 10, first down for the defenders. Ball at the 32-yard line for Dort. And head coach Joel Penner. Final game of the regular season. We got 5 games going on in the conference. Hastings, their season is done. They are the lone bye on the final week. First and 10. Defender in motion. That is Caden Harkin, and they'll swing it out to Harkin in the left flat. Harkin will spin, stay in bounds, getting some tough yards before he's forced out of bounds by a multitude of Warrior players. Second down coming up for the defenders.
Yeah, and talking to Coach Penner this week, kind of anticipating a windy day today. How is that going to affect the passing game? We can talk about the elements at some point here, Matt, but a lot of shorter, quicker passes most likely today.
Second down and 6. That's Beal in motion from left to right, and the handoff goes to, I believe, Nick Wellen. Second time I've done that. Wellen wearing number 28, Dickerson 25. Short gain sets up a 3rd and 2 for the defenders. Both of those guys, they run it up the middle so well, too, so there's another similarity.
Exactly, and they're built alike. Their numbers are pretty close, and so it's tough to tell them apart sometimes.
3rd down and 2 for the defenders, and they will give it to Wellen, and Wellen forced down just before the goal line. He bounced that to the left and getting some hard yards. It'll be first down and goal to go for the defenders.
Yeah, and a great job by the offensive line at the point of attack. Just an inside run play, and I don't think Wellen was touched until he was deep into the secondary. So great job there.
Defenders will make some substitutions here, maybe going heavy here. It'll be first down, goal to goal, ball at the 2-yard line. Waldorf, we talked about their youth. They're young on both sides of the line, both offense and defense. They start 2 sophomores and a freshman. Cruz fakes the run, now swings it out to Parker Beck. Beck dives for the end zone, and touchdown defenders.
I was going to call it, Matt. I saw Parker, who's normally our right tackle, lined up at left tackle. I will be honest, I had the heads up on that one. Here's what's going to be really cool for those of you watching on Dort Media Network. Parker lines up at left tackle. His younger brother, who hasn't played a whole lot this year because he's taken a red shirt, lined up at left guard and led his brother into the end zone. So how cool is that?
Little trickery for the defenders. Coach Penner alluded to it maybe in the pregame as well, and Dort up 8-0 pending the extra point. Stephen Linen on to kick this away. And the snap and hold are good, as is the kick. Defenders lead 9-0. More Defender football from Open Space Park after this 1-minute break.
See Proactive Physical Therapy and Sports Rehab
That
when
is
the
awesome.
aches and pains won't go away. Visit proactivephysicaltherapy.net when you want to get back to the activities you love.
Today's broadcast brought to you by Ployne Publishing, quality printing from design to delivery. Today's broadcast brought to you by 712 Realty, a team of realtors in Northwest Iowa with the drive, care, and results you need to buy or sell your home. Visit them online, 712realty.com, leading you home.
Premier Bank has always understood the value of family. We recognize that as your family grows, your banking needs change, and we're here to help you each step of the way. We'll create a customized plan for easier and better banking and support you in making the most of every dollar, today and always. Visit epremierbank.com or stop by any of the 5 Premier Bank locations in Iowa or South Dakota to partner with a bank who's ready to grow with you.
Defenders take a 9-0 lead, a safety after they blocked a punt, and now a 2-yard touchdown pass from Colson Cruz to, yes, Parker Beck. And it's a 9-0. Defenders with the lead, line in to kick it off, and Waldorf will return it out to about the 21-yard line. That'll be first down and 10 for Waldorf, their second series of the game.
Yeah, and talking about that play, Matt, college football is a little bit different than if you watch in the pros. And the pros, that when an offensive lineman or an ineligible number's on the field, they can declare, and then they announce it over the loudspeaker and that kind of thing. Not the case. So you have to have an eligible number, or you have to throw it backward. So that was actually a backward pass. So technically a rushing touchdown for Parker Beck.
A rushing touchdown for Parker Beck, one of the seniors recognized prior to the game. And Waldorf on first and 10. That is Pacina with a short gain, or no gain they're going to call it. Second down and 10. This is a defender defense that ranks in the top 5 in almost every statistical category in the NAI. Points per game, 12.2, 260 yards per game. They've only been scored upon via the rush twice all year, giving up 2 rushing touchdowns.
That's an amazing stat, especially, you can say that in week 3 or 4, but to be playing your 10th game of the year and that's the case, that's pretty awesome.
Second down and 10, and Waldorf will keep it on the ground. Not much success. Rocky Ketchum is bottled up immediately. Jordan Gall, the first to meet him there. It'll be third down and 10 coming up for Waldorf. Third and 10 coming up for Waldorf. Dort's defense forced a 3-and-out. Special teams contributed to a block punt. Trying to get off the field here again. Waldorf behind the sticks. Not a recipe for success on the road for your young Waldorf team. Walter, the freshman quarterback, in the pistol. Ketchum to his left. 4 receivers. And Walter, short drop back, and it falls incomplete, intended for Jorge Rivera, the slot receiver, and the defender defense forces another 3-and-out.
Yeah, and not playing conservatively defensively. A lot of times in that 3rd and 11, 3rd and long situation, you see teams sit back in zones, try to force the underneath throw. Brought a lot of pressure, brought some extra linebackers there, forcing the quick throw, which is inaccurate.
On to punt it away is Isaac Brissett, who had his first punt blocked. This one nearly blocked. A low line drive kick. He's going to try to keep it low into the wind, and it will go out of bounds. First and 10 coming up for the defenders.
Well, we had a flag back. I didn't see any contact.
I did not either. So we'll let the referees sort this out and make the announcement. Dort with a 9-0 lead right now. Isaac Burt.
I think it's on Waldorf here, Matt. Maybe a holding.
Is that a re-kick scenario?
I think you could. I think Coach Penner had the choice, maybe taking the yards after, but I think they want to force the punt again, and I think it's because of that confidence, and they think they can get to every one of these punts. And for those of you watching, and for those not, Waldorf's punter lines up at about 11 or 12 yards, which is not very deep. Most are at 15, and then he has to take his steps forward, so he's almost at 7 yards when he's punting the ball. And there we got another one.
And Dort blocks this one, and it's going to be received by Colson Queering, who with a short return, and we're 2 for 2 in blocking punts. First down, goal to goal for the defenders, most likely.
Yeah, that was something that Coach Joe Kenny saw this week, and that decision was made. We're going to go after these, especially early in the game, and try to create some short fields and some scoring opportunities for the offense or the special team.
Zach Queering, number 57, had the block. Colson Queering, the sophomore from Saratoga Springs, Utah, caught it in the air, had a short return. It'll be first down and 10, just outside the 10-yard line for the defender defense. Cruz will send a man in motion from right to left, and they'll give it to Wellen right up the middle, and he's untouched. Touchdown, defenders.
Yeah, really, again, blocked. Outstanding up front. Dare I say, I think I could have scored on that one.
I was just going to say the same thing, Kyle. Between you and me, I think we could.
Well, I think we could have. Yeah, that was wide open, and yeah, just a well-blocked play, and yeah, like you mentioned, going in untouched for the touchdown.
Give credit to that O-line. It's Garrett Davis, Ethan Hoyer, Joel Akers, Nathan Warner, Parker Beck up front. Stephen Linen for the extra point. Defenders up 15-0. Linen kicks it through. It'll be 16-0. Defenders with the lead. We'll come back with more Defender football from Open Space Park after this 1-minute break.
Today's broadcast brought to you by Huber's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning of Orange City. Whether you're looking for repairs, replacement, or maintenance for your air conditioning or heating system, Huber's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning of Orange City will exceed your expectation.
The Greenhouse, located in Hall, Iowa, bringing you amazing coffee, energy drinks, breakfast, lunch, and so much more. A big city feel, only 10 minutes away from Sioux Center, with a second location opening soon in Sanborn.
Hi, this is Alex with Outdoor Elements. We've been the region's premier landscape company for over 15 years. With our own in-house landscape designer, we create extraordinary outdoor spaces where you will make memories with family and friends. We do all types of landscaping, and we're the region's only certified pool professionals. We specialize in saltwater pools, which are easy to maintain and gentle on your skin. Check out our website at OutdoorElementsInc.com. We make your landscape as beautiful as your home. When you want the best, contact us at 712-476-5299 or email us at info@OutdoorElementsInc.com.
Defenders to kick off, and it goes through the back of the end zone, and a touchback for Stephen Linen and the defenders. Dort leading Waldorf 16-0. Still 8:13 left to go in this first quarter. Dort 2 for 2 on 3 and outs on defense, 2 for 2 in blocked punts, and 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Not a bad start for the defenders in this one.
Yeah, great job. All phases of the game, right? I mean, you get your defense on the field, expecting them to force some 3 and outs. They've done that. Special teams making big plays, and when offense has been on the field, they get scores.
And Chris Walter, his pass is batted away and nearly picked off. Good pressure by the defenders. Joe Johnson, defensive tackle with the pass breakup, 2nd down and 10 for Waldorf.
Yeah, just pinning their ears back, being really aggressive here defensively. Brought a little corner blitz on that last play, just get some extra, get that ball out quicker, and the quarterback had to throw it quick. And in situations like that, you hope you have your defensive linemen getting their hands up in the air, and they did that. So forcing a 2nd and 10.
Adam Moaning there to break that up. It was Johnson who nearly caught it for the interception. 2nd down and 10. And Walter drops back. He's going to face some delayed pressure, and it is intercepted, deflected. Tyler Wieringa has it, and he will return it for another defender touchdown. Unbelievable. I thought the receiver initially caught it. It must have been batted up in the air, and linebacker Tyler Wieringa gets the defensive score. Defenders lead it.
Yeah, and being really opportunistic here. I think we got the replay coming here on the Dort Media Network. But, yeah, just a great job. Again, forcing the quarterback to throw it a little bit earlier than he wanted to. But, yeah, who is that on the
Colson Queering, number 21, deflected it right to Tyler.
Yeah, it looked like it was in the receiver's hands, and Queering did a great job of yanking it loose, and it popped right out. And, yeah, again, being opportunistic with the interception and then getting in the end zone.
Stephen Linen on for the extra point, and the kick is good. Defenders with a 23-0 lead. 7:58 to go in the first quarter. More Defender football in 1 minute.
German Farmers Mutual, protecting the farm and home since 1891. Northwest Iowa's local insurance partner. Online at germanfarmers.com.
NewTek is your partner for success when purchasing equipment for construction, manufacturing, agriculture, and other industries. Don't miss the opportunity to transform your business and redefine your productivity standards with NewTek.
Homegrown. Community. Family.
Innovators.
Growth.
Faith.
Legacy.
We are dedicated to egg.
Tyler Waring with a interception return for a touchdown. 23-0. Defenders with the lead. Linen's kickoff goes through the back of the end zone. 1st and 10 for Waldorf. And Dort, they've scored in all three phases now. An offensive touchdown, special teams on a safety, and then a defensive score. A little bit of everything for a very excited and pumped up defender team.
Yeah, obviously the goal was to come out fast. Yeah, and obviously that has happened, right? We just mentioned 58 yards of offense, and you got 23 points on the board, saying everybody else is doing their thing too.
Jorge Rivera will get the jet sweep and tackled behind the line of scrimmage. The defender defense not fooled, and good pursuit there. Tyler Wieringa with the tackle. It'll be 2nd and long coming up for Waldorf.
Yeah, you mentioned, Matt, just at the onset, the youth of this Waldorf team, and they're young in the offensive line as well. And when you're playing against a really good defense that moves well, it's hard for those guys to not only stay on their block but get to the second level. And Dort is flowing to the ball hard.
Walter, and they will hand it off, and not much happening there either. And fumble, but they're going to rule him down. That was number 22, Zayron Belcher with the carry. Good stop by the defense. 3rd and long coming up for Waldorf.
Yeah, good call. Forward progress had stopped, and Dort's doing their thing, going after the ball, trying to create turnovers. So it's something that Waldorf ball carriers are going to have to do really well today is protect the ball and secure it and make sure you're finishing each play, handing the ball off to the official.
Jordan Gall, Eric Gustafson, Ian McDonald, all in the vicinity there. It'll be 3rd and long. Pressure coming, and Hidalgo providing the pressure. Bouncing it off is Walter, and he will throw it away. Pass intended for Rivera. I'm not sure how he eluded that initial pressure that the defenders brought with Hidalgo.
Yeah, and I think Hidalgo's he's kind of got his hands up in the air like, well, how did I not get that sack? Yeah, that's what everybody's wondering, Cooper. But, you've still created the play, forced quarterback to get rid of the ball quick, and, ended up hopefully with another good starting field position.
And they do get this punt away, and Thomas McCullough, the defender punt returner, is just going to let it bounce, and it will be down at the defender 37-yard line. Worst field position for the defender offense, so we'll see what this brings.
Exactly. Yeah, actually into the wind, pretty good punt, but again, he's really having to rush that thing and get it off quick, which. In doing so, probably is not going to get the height as a normal punt or what he probably typically has because he's just trying to get rid of that thing quick. So he's keeping it low, which keeps it out of the wind and got a little extra bounce there.
1st and 10 for the defenders. Cruz in the pistol will send a player in motion. That is Elliott Beal. Cruz back to pass, eyes downfield, and that pass is caught by Caden Harkin, the number 1 receiver for the defenders. Nice throw and catch, 1st and 10, all the way to the Waldorf 31-yard line.
Yeah, and just downfield, there were a number of receivers open, and I think Harkin was the number one option. So Cruz went there with it. Good ball. Yeah, everybody assumes that, hey, you got the wind at your back, let's throw it. You know, it's also hard to throw with the wind too, because that thing carries more. It can sail on you, but that was a good throw.
Cruz now will throw it out to Harkin again, and he makes one man miss and then stiffs arms another, and he will have another first down on the far sideline right by the Waldorf bench. It'll move the chains, back-to-back completions to Caden Harkin.
Yeah, and Caden's just, he's a big target out there. And I know what Coach Penner really likes about his Harkin's skill set is even with that size and speed, his ability to run after the catch is something that, we just saw in that last play.
Cruz in the pistol, and he's going to give it to Thomas Fritz Jr., and he will be close to a first down. Still, now they finally blow it dead, but could be another first down. The big old lineman pushing and helping Fritz with the run.
Yeah, just a good job of finishing the play downfield. So they had offensive linemen just following up and getting their hands on and getting that extra probably 2 or 3, almost 4 yards after contact.
First down, goal to go for the defenders. Marching again, 3 first downs on 3 straight plays. See how if they can finish this one off. Nick Wellen is the running back behind Cruz, who's in the pistol. And they'll give it to Wellen, trying to bounce it outside. Good play by the Waldorf defense to break that up. It'll be second down, goal to go.
Yeah, that's probably one of their better defensive plays on the day. Just not a lot of room for Wellen to run here. Good job of staying home and making a good open field tackle.
Their leading tackler, middle linebacker Luke Byer on the stop. Second down, goal to go. Cruz in the pistol. Wellen is the deep back. Beal in motion. You got Knopf in the slot to the left. And Wellen will have another defender touchdown. Big hole on the right side of the line, following his right guard, Nathan Warner, and Parker Beck, the right tackle. And the defenders will take a 29-0 lead with Wellen's second rushing touchdown.
Yeah, you got your the right side experience, real strength in the offensive line. Is we're good all the way across the front 5, but those 2 guys on the right side have been doing it for a long time and doing a great job.
29-0 pending the extra point. Stephen Linen, he's been busy either kicking off or these extra points. Blake Coons will be the holder, and that kick is up and good. Defenders with a 30-0 lead, still in the first quarter. Back with more Defender football after this 1-minute break.
Looking for top-notch rental equipment for your next project? Look no further than Rental, located in Sioux Center, Spencer, Storm Lake, and Sioux Falls. Rental, your regional equipment rental experts. Visit them online, rental.com, or call 712-722-3928. Today's broadcast brought to you by Flooring and Design in Sioux Center. Whether you are building a new home, remodeling your current home, or wanting to freshen up your decor, we can help make your home as unique as you. Stop in to see us at Flooring and Design.
Welcome to Sioux Center, Iowa. Life in the center of everything. Where we connect with friends, coworkers, family, and the great outdoors. Knowing that in Sioux Center, you're never far from making the next great memory. And we grow great companies that make cutting-edge breakthroughs to make life better here and around the world. And when it's time to play, we keep friendship, family, and a bright future at the center of everything.
Defender football on KIHK, also live on the Dort Media Network. If you are watching, shout out to the Dort Media Network crew. Rich Lodewijk, the fearless leader. Tyler is the director today. Eli, Sean, Parker, Aiden, and Nathaniel providing the camera and the replay footage. Nice job as always, guys. And they've had a lot to show. 30-0. Dort with the lead. Kickoff goes back of the end zone, a touchback. Waldorf will take over.
Yeah, and if you're Waldorf, you're looking for just something to build on, right? Just get a positive play, and almost threw a pick 6 there. It's a long throw to the sideline, and
that's a hard throw.
Colson Queering, it's a long
for
throw
a freshman.
for little reward, really, and you're risking a lot of things there. And Queering almost had an interception for a touchdown there.
Pass falls incomplete. In terms of first downs, the Dort defense has not given up a first down to Waldorf yet. Second down and 10. Walter, the freshman quarterback. Also, we'll hear Louise Williams. He's more of the running threat. And the handoff to the right side. Not much happening there for Lamont Samples, number 30. And it'll be a 3rd and 10 coming up for the Warriors. Teron Booker actually on the carry. Redshirt sophomore. 3rd and 12 for Waldorf. 3:28 left to go in the first quarter, 30-0, Dort with the lead.
Yeah, and at this point, that defensive mentality is not just, hey, let's get the stop, which is normally what they're thinking, but they're thinking, how do we get the ball and maybe score, right? I mean, that's kind of the mindset they have going right now.
And a penalty flag. Pressure was coming on the outside. Gustafson was nearly at the quarterback, and this is going to be backed up 5 yards, I believe, with a false start. Sets up 3rd and 17 now, deep in Waldorf territory. And you're exactly right, Kyle. This Dort defense has got to be thinking, I want this.
Yeah.
You know, I want to get the ball.
Yeah, and all 11 guys are thinking, I got a chance to score here. How can I get my hands on the ball? You know, guys up front that are on the pass rush, they're thinking a strip sack, cause a fumble, pick it up, get it in the end zone. The guys in the secondary and at the linebacker spots, they're going to be sitting on receivers, hoping for a pick six. They're trying to score.
And Gustafson bringing the pressure, and Walter avoids the initial hit, but then is brought down for a quarterback sack. We have a penalty flag.
I'm guessing that's in the vicinity of a holding, and then in which case Dort's going to decline it with a big sack for loss. There's no reason to accept a penalty here, so force this Waldorf team to punt the ball away.
Punt into the wind, and again, it was Gustafson bringing the pressure there. He was wide. They brought him from a wide angle, the wide angle there.
Yeah, and usually when, guys having to go that far, it's difficult to get there, especially if an offense is in rhythm, which really Waldorf has struggled with so far, just finding any rhythm. But, that interior clock has to be going off in the quarterback's mind, and he knows he needs to get rid of it quick.
On to punt it away will be Isaac Burgett. He's had his trouble both going into the wind and trying to avoid the defender rush. And they're going after it again, and Dort's going to get a hand on it. This one is blocked. Number 6, was it Cooper Hidalgo, I believe?
Or the other 6.
Yeah, it was Valverde.
Valverde coming off the edge.
Yeah, it was too little.
Speed there, right?
Yeah, it was Valverde who got his hand on that one. And another punt block for this defender team. It'll be 1st and 10 for Dort at the 24-yard line of Waldorf. Not used to seeing Valverde on that kind of play, but yeah, they brought the little speed on the corner.
Well, it's a short corner, and it doesn't take real far to get there, especially with the punter being at 7 or 8 yards when he's making contact. And Valverde kept it tight and got to it.
McDaniel, the new quarterback for the defenders, one of the seniors on this Dort team that was recognized prior to it. He's a senior from Gill, Colorado. He's played a lot of football for the defenders over the years. He's been a valuable asset for this defender team.
Well, he's an important player on this squad because, Cruz likes to run the ball a little bit, and there's always that risk that he's going to be get dinged up, and not that he is today, but just being able to get a senior in there who's really paid his dues and contributed tremendously to this football team over the years.
2nd down and 5, and McDaniel just throws it away, eluding the pass rush. It'll set up a 3rd and 5. This might be the first 3rd down for the defenders in this one. 3rd and 5 from the Warriors' 19-yard line, and we have a clock stop with 1:49 left to go in this first quarter. Cody Boonder in the backfield Another senior for the defenders. He's behind McDaniel. 3 receivers. And McDaniel gets it out of his hand quick. Pass intended for Beal. And it is incomplete. And it'll be 4th down for the defenders. And on to, for the field goal attempt, will be Linen. Stephen Linen will be kicking this for the defenders. 7 of 13 on the season from a field goal attempt. And this is going to be a 36-yarder. Holders Blade Coons, the defender punter. And the kick is up and good. And the defenders add to their lead. They lead 33-0 here. Still going in the first quarter. More defender football when we return after this 1-minute break.
Hi, this is Jennifer Jansen at Epic Realty. At Epic Realty, we take pride in providing professional real estate services with integrity and expertise. Give us a call or stop by our Sioux Center office and visit our website at epichomerealty.com.
Premier Bank is proud to support Dort University. Visit epremierbank.com for locations and more information. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Today's broadcast brought to you by 712 Nutrition. Transform your health and wellness with 712 Nutrition. Stop in today for healthy, delicious protein shakes bundled with a supportive community. Start feeling your best today.
Dort with a 33-0 lead, kicking it off. Waldorf will take over the football at the 25-yard line after another touchback. And Waldorf, they got to be excited to maybe go with the wind because they have been going against the wind with not much success so far.
Well, it just affects everything, right? When the passing game is struggling going into the wind and you feel like you have to run, and defenses know that and play it a little bit more aggressively, but looks like we have a change at the quarterback this series.
It'll be Luis Williams. He's more of the running threat, and he hands it off on 1st down and 10. Williams, 1,000 yards passing, 7 touchdowns, also a threat to run, 260 yards rushing. So he is the senior. He's taken more snaps on the season.
Yeah, and even on this last play, this 1st down play, it ended up being a give, but there's a little bit more room to run because of his threat of potentially pulling it on that zone read and carrying the ball himself.
Williams drops back to pass. He's a threat to run, and he will take off, and he is hit hard by Jordan Gall. No gain, or maybe a gain of 1 if you're optimistic for Waldorf. Sets up a 3rd and 4 for the Warriors with under a minute to go.
Well, and it's for the first time they have a manageable 3rd down situation, right? They're not looking at a 3rd and long or 3rd and extra long. Staying in that 3rd and medium range makes us chance of picking it up a little bit better.
Williams in the pistol, has a back beside him, and he fakes it to him on the option, and now will go for it. Dives forward, and he will be close to a 1st down here. Kind of took a hard fall, slow to get up, but he does get up, and he's going to be ruled short of a 1st down. So 4th down and short, maybe a yard as the clock winds down, and they will let the clock wind down. And that is the end of the first quarter. Our score, Dort with a 33-0 lead. More defender football when we return after a 1-minute break.
Hey Defender Nation, did you know that Dort Athletics has over 700 student athletes that make up less than 50% of the student body? We want to invite you to join the Defender Gold Club and support those student athletes, our staff, and coaches this season. Your charitable donation helps advance Defender Athletics and the Defender Way. Last year, we were just shy of 900 members in the Defender Gold Club. Help us reach that 1,000 member mark this year. By becoming a member, you will directly support the student athletes and coaches here at Dort University. Thanks for watching. Go Defenders.
Today's broadcast brought to you by the Van Engelen-Hoven Agency, your trusted independent insurance agency in Northwest Iowa. Contact the Van Engelen-Hoven Agency, Sioux Center Advisors, Mark Hulsoff, Lisa Dykstra, or Kyle Blankers. Today's broadcast brought to you by Cruz & Cruz, PC, certified public accountants. Offices in Sioux Center and Lamar's. Helping you attain your financial goals is their commitment. Today's broadcast brought to you by Joyner and Dort Dentistry, providing implants, dentures, and dental care for your whole family in a modern and friendly atmosphere.
Start of the second quarter, Waldorf faced with a 4th and 1 for the first time. We're going to punt it into the wind, I should say, and it's a good one. And Valverde will let it bounce, and it goes into the end zone for a touchback. And if you are the Waldorf punter, you were excited for once to punt it with the wind.
Yeah, and Dort had good pressure again.
Yeah, they did.
Honestly, it looked like we got drugged down from behind, but probably penalties like that are going to be overlooked a little bit today, given the score and current circumstances. But yeah, I guess really bad field position for the Dort for today, right? I mean, you're starting at the 20. Really fortunate that the ball bounced into the end zone because it was a nice punt.
Dort has been able to score on every drive offensively. Last time was a field goal. They picked up 3 first downs on that drive before they were stopped on 4th down. Here is a handoff. Cody Boonder bounces it outside, gets positive yards. 2nd down and about 5 coming up for the defenders. Boonder, part of that running back stable. There are a number of them that we can go to at any time and have proven to be productive.
Yeah, and obviously when you're running behind one of the best offensive lines in the country, everybody's going to get that opportunity.
McDaniel faked the run to the left, puts his foot into the ground, and now turns it to the right-hand side. He's still on his feet. He's past midfield all the way down to the Waldorf. Now he's down to the 29-yard line. What a run by senior Cade McDaniel.
Yeah, and you were about ready to say down at the 35.
I was.
But Cade did a great job of keeping those feet moving and getting those extra 5 or 6 yards at the end of the run. Just a great effort. And he's shown that throughout the year, right? The years, just his ability to make plays with his feet, throws the ball well. But his ability to run was just shown on that play.
Harkin, the receiver, split wide to the right. You got Connor Kanoff in the slot. Beal in motion from left to right. McDaniel, he's going to hand it off. This is Boonder. Boonder inside the 20 to the 13-yard line. 1st down carry for Cody Boonder, and the defenders on the move. Another 1st down for the defenders, leading Waldorf 33-0. Final game of the regular season in the GPAC for all GPAC teams. Postseason pairings will be announced tomorrow night at 6 by the NAIA, and we'll talk more about that as we get going here throughout the broadcast. 1st and 10 defenders. McDaniel drops the snap, now picks it up, looking over to his right, does have a man, but it is thrown short, intended for Caden Harkin. 2nd and 10 for the defenders.
Yeah, and I think just thought he had to rush that throw because he dropped the snap, right? And just a great job up front. I think if he had just settled himself, got his feet underneath him a little bit better, he could have delivered that ball on target. But, that internal clock by those quarterbacks, right? And when you don't get the snap cleanly, you're probably thinking, I got to get this out quick. And just a natural thing.
2nd and 10. Boonder up the middle, close to the goal line. Going to be tackled down at the 2-yard line. 1st down, goal to goal coming up for the defenders after the run by Cody Boonder. Boonder will stay in. They'll bring in Zach Riley, the blocking tight end for the defenders. Beal to the left, Harkin to the right, Kanoff in the slot right. That looks to be the formation coming. 1st down, goal to go. McDaniel will be in the pistol with Boonder to his right. And they will give it to Boonder right up the middle, and the defender's not going to mess around. They'll just muscle it up. Boonder with a 2-yard touchdown run makes it 39-0 for the defenders.
Yeah, just gets behind that big offensive line and gets a lot of good push up front. He ends up 3 or 4 yards deep before he's down, and I think the entire offensive line, the whole line of scrimmage, was in the end zone, so he just had to tuck it in behind there and let them do the work.
Touchdown, Cody Boonder, 39-0. For the first time, Stephen Linen will kick an extra point into the wind, and the result will be the same. It is good, and Dort leads 40-0 early second quarter. More Defender football coming up when we return after a 1-minute break. To Piper. Piper up the middle. Piper still on his feet. Touchdown, Defender. Cade Roar to the goal line. Touchdown, Defenders.
NewTek is your partner for success when purchasing equipment for construction, manufacturing, agriculture, and other industries. Don't miss the opportunity to transform your business and redefine your productivity standards with NewTek. This broadcast brought to you by the Ullman Funeral Homes. Chad Ullman, Lori Ewell, and Taylor Van Witchell providing professional attention to every detail. Today's broadcast brought to you by M&H True Value of Rock Valley. Behind every project is True Value. Start right. Start here.
Defenders to kick it off into the wind, leading Waldorf 40-0, and Linen's kick will be fielded by Waldorf. That is Jack Thompson, and the defenders all over it. Good coverage on the special teams, and Waldorf will take over deep in their own territory, but with the win for the first time in this one.
Yeah, I think I think this Waldorf unit was thinking, all right, we're going to have the wind behind us. They're kicking into the wind. We should end up with pretty good field position. Actually, the ball goes over the deep returners' heads and wasn't going to make it to the end zone, so he had to field it and try to get positive yards, and end up at the 9-yard line to start. Not ideal for Waldorf.
Luis Williams, who took over on the last series, remains the Warriors quarterback, and he will hand it off. And this defender rush defense, we talked about in the pregame, very stout, and they are very stout again today, not giving up a lot of yards to this Waldorf team.
Yeah, and we're seeing some different jersey numbers out there. I think both sides of the ball, and it doesn't matter who's going to be on the field here for this defensive unit. They're pinning their ears back, and they want to make some stops.
Josh Manwiller, number 78, in on the stop, taking some snaps along the D line. Second down and 11. Williams drops back, and he'll swing a pass out to the left flat, and it is caught. Waldorf, probably their best play from scrimmage. Derek Taylor with the catch. It'll be 3rd and 2 coming up for Waldorf.
Yeah, just getting the ball out quick on a little bubble screen. Actually blocked it pretty well out front with the other receivers. Just had some pretty good pursuit by the other defensive secondary players to limit that to, an 8-yard gain instead of a 14, 15-yarder.
3rd and 2 coming up. Williams in the pistol. Williams on the option, will keep it himself, trying to bounce it outside, and the defenders all over it. Making the tackle, Jamin Sturr and Ian McDonald also there, and it'll be 4th down.
Yeah, I think, what the quarterback, what Williams is hearing on the sidelines right now is, if the give isn't there, you need to get vertical, because going side to side, sideline to sideline, going laterally against this defensive unit won't get you anything because they're too fast or too aggressive, and they're going to get there.
Lucas Hunniga with the tackle as well, and that low line drive kick And it'll be picked up by Thomas McCullough at the 45-yard line, and it'll bring it to the Waldorf 45. 10 yards on the return by McCullough on a low line drive kick. Thought we may have gotten a hand on that one even.
Yeah, I don't know how we didn't, honestly. Again, really good pressure. Not only, I don't know if we didn't touch the ball, but also really good job of not running into the punter if you didn't touch the ball. Avoided that contact. And we did have a flag at the end of the play. It looks like might be a personal foul. I probably would be in an official's ear here if I was on the sideline. This is two guys just
having fun.
And, yeah, it ends up being a 15-yard penalty against the Dort defenders, backing them up into their own territory.
First penalty against the defenders in this one's been relatively a clean game. Waldorf's been called for 2. Dort, their first one. First down and 10 for the defenders from their own 41-yard line. Dort leading 40-0, under 10 minutes to go in this first half. And big number 95 looks to be offsides unless if he was drawn. That's Preston Markey.
Yeah, and
he's a big boy.
Yeah, and I think Coach Clary on the other sideline is getting him off the field right now because, hey, we can't line you up any closer to the ball. So, I mean, you're literally on top of the football. If it doesn't move, you don't move. But drawn off by the hard count.
Mackey will go out. Kyangelo Robinson, who's even bigger now playing that nose tackle, number 99. McDaniel, he'll pitch it out. Good cutback by the defenders. And that is going to be Daniel Dickerson with he slides shy of the goal line.
Oh, we had.
We do have a penalty flag.
Holding.
Maybe that's why he did that.
That's called way outside, so must be on a receiver. See if we can get a number here.
That tells me maybe Dort's got another specialty play coming up.
You wonder, right?
I know, right? Otherwise, but it's coming back. Yeah. Number 20. Preston McCoy out on the perimeter, most likely. So, negates the long run by Daniel Dickerson, who, this is a good segue, who will be the halftime guest. Mike Biker, another senior spotlight, senior interview. So stay tuned at halftime if you want to hear Daniel Dickerson interview with Mike Biker. First down and 15. And McDaniel, he'll keep it himself, looking for room. He'll go right up the middle, gets to the 40-yard line. Sets up a second down and about 11 coming up for the defenders. Midland Concordia, that is a score that we are monitoring late in the first half. It is tied 7-7. Midland on the move, it looks like. 2-minute warning down in Seward, Nebraska.
Yeah, and that's one we're watching close, Matt, just in terms of those playoff implications, right? Currently, Dort, Northwestern, and that Concordia team all tied for second in the league.
And a second down and 10, and it'll be Dickerson. Picks up some hard yards, behind the right side of the line to the 45. And it'll be third down and 6 coming up for the defenders. Prior to the game, 38 seniors were recognized. That is a huge number, Kyle.
That is a huge. It says a lot about the program that Coach Penner is building here, right? When you have 38 seniors, you're going to have a significant number of those guys that probably aren't playing a ton on Saturdays.
And McDaniel will pitch it, and the give is to McCoy, and he will have a first down into Waldorf territory. Move the chains. Ball will be spotted at the Waldorf 46-yard line.
Yeah, so back to that senior group, they're all committed to making this program better, right? And so they've all accepted their role on this team and stuck with it, and that says a lot. And it
all different roles,
totally different roles, right? And yeah, all contributing in their own way.
McDaniel drops back, short drop, and he has a man. Pass is caught along the Waldorf sideline. Elliott Beal with the catch, his first catch of the game. And it'll be second down and short coming up for the defenders.
Yeah, good rhythm throw there. Catching the snap, get a little rock step, and getting the ball out quick for a nice 8-yard first down completion.
Second down and 2 coming up for the defenders. About 7:23 left to go in the first half. McDaniel, he'll hand it off to Dickerson. Has a first down. Dickerson with a first down carry. Move the chains again. About this senior class, I got a lot of numbers because I'm a numbers kind of guy over the last 5 years, and we got to go back to 2020 because there are some fifth-year guys. 38-11, that is a 77% win percentage. They've reached the playoffs twice, hopefully 3 times, mind you, and just got a win over Morningside. They got their first playoff win last year, and so this is a group of seniors that has made their mark on this program. Pass is caught by Connor Knopf for another first down to the Waldorf 20-yard line.
Yeah, getting a lot of different guys involved in the offense here. Knopf with that reception and picking up a good first down and getting the ball down to the 20-yard line.
Cade Rohr checks in. Will be in the slot right, first and 10 from the 20. McDaniel, the quarterback. Looks like Dickerson is in the backfield joining McDaniel. McDaniel will swing it out to Dickerson. Dickerson has some space and a good block downfield by Rohr to the 15-yard line. Second down and 5 coming up for the defenders. 38 seniors is that's too big of a group to talk about them individually, but still just a great group of seniors.
Yeah, and you mentioned you had to go back an extra year, and you have some COVID seniors in there, and some guys with their extra COVID year, but there's just a handful of those. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, to have that many seniors sticking it out and being committed, it's a phenomenal number. It really is.
Brendan Piper with the carry, and he will get down inside the 10 to the 5 or 6 yard line. And we have a Waldorf player shaken up. It's one of their D linemen, I believe. But, boy, a lot of different defenders getting involved in the offense, either receiving the ball or running the ball. But a player down on the field. Casey's Bakery timeout here.
Yeah, and you hate to see this in the last game of the season. Guy getting hurt, but hopefully this isn't significant and he's something he can come back from. But he's taking his time, finally sitting up. It looks like they're helping him up now, so that's a good sign.
This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Other defender happenings today. Women's basketball GPAC opener will start here actually in about 2 minutes down at the College of St. Mary. Defenders undefeated on the season. They will have a 2 o'clock start against the Flames of College St. Mary. Men's basketball will be in action against William Woods today. That's a 5 o'clock start. You can hear it live on KIHK. And hockey back in action. They lost to Nebraska last night. They tried to avenge that loss. 3:30 start time for the Defender hockey team. It'll be first down for the Defenders. And number 47, is that Zach Riley?
It is. He's got Riley in the backfield. Somebody else blocking for him this time instead of the other way around, right?
Dort's going hurry up, and Riley in the backfield again. Something tells me he's going to get the football here, Kyle.
I would bet on that one as well.
And he does, and Riley will have a touchdown. Zach Riley. A touchdown run from 2 yards out. The Defenders lead at 46-0. Maybe that's the play that they were setting up with Dickerson's dive at the goal line.
It might have been. I think they wanted to get, some of these guys that contribute in a ton of different ways and to reward them for their effort throughout the 4 years and throughout the season. Give him the ball down there, let him get a score.
Let's be honest, Riley's job isn't the most glamorous,
No.
the blocking tight end or the fullback.
Exactly.
And the extra point is up and good. Defenders with a 47-0 lead. Back with more Defender football when we return after a 1-minute break.
Hey Defender Nation, my name is Darren Kaiser and I'm excited to serve as the new athletic director at Dort University. Thank you for tuning in to the Dort Media Network and supporting Defender Athletics. As an athletic department, we are committed to the Defender way. This means we are committed to the Great Commission, developing servant leaders, the academic development of our student athletes, and the pursuit of championships. I'm eager to join with you in supporting our athletes this year. Thank you for watching Defender Athletics on the Dort Media Network. Go Defenders!
Today's broadcast brought to you by the Van Engelen-Hoven Agency, your trusted independent insurance agency in Northwest Iowa. Contact the Van Engelen-Hoven Agency, Sioux Center Advisors, Mark Hulsoff, Lisa Dykstra, or Kyle Blankers. Today's broadcast brought to you by Sioux Concrete Construction, Rob Sioux, and owner, excelling in flat work, poured walls, and decorative concrete projects, dedicated to providing customers with a good experience and quality workmanship. SiouxConcrete.com. Your whole family in a modern and friendly atmosphere.
Zach Riley with a 2-yard touchdown run. Defenders increase the lead to 47-0. 4:45 left to go in this first half. And Waldorf will call for a fair catch. It's probably a smart play by the Waldorf kick returner.
Yeah, wise move. In college football, fair catch inside the 25 is going to get the ball placed right at the 25. It's like a touchback. It's a safe thing. You don't risk turning the ball over. And usually when those higher, shorter kicks mean good coverage, so there's probably not a lot of room to run anyhow.
1st and 10 for Waldorf from their own 25-yard line. It'll be Williams, Luis Williams, the quarterback. His 3rd series, and a handoff, not much happening. Maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage. Good push by the Defender defensive line. It'll be 2nd down and 10 for Waldorf.
Yeah, and Waldorf's they're not moving the line of scrimmage at all, and that's testament to how good Dort is up front. And yeah, we're seeing some different bodies, some different numbers up front, but they're all doing the same job and moving that line of scrimmage into Waldorf's backfield.
Trips to the left, Williams, he's looking that way. Pass is going to be caught by Justice Johnson, and that is a 1st down for Waldorf, queering with the tackle, but Waldorf with the 1st down to the 41-yard line.
First down for this Waldorf unit, so got a little something going here. Picked up 1st down. It's something that I think Williams has the ability to do, get that ball out quick. He's an athletic-looking quarterback, kind of tall, lean, obviously can make some plays with his feet, but also did it with his arm there.
Williams, the handoff to Rocky Ketchum, and he's bottled up, gets to the line of scrimmage, not much else. And yesterday we were talking, and you did say that Williams, he definitely looks the part.
He does, yeah. He's, that tall, lean quarterback that has good speed. If he gets into the open field, he shows his speed, and I've seen it a little bit on film. But he just hasn't had an opportunity to get rolling at all so far this afternoon.
2nd down and 10 for Waldorf after they picked up their first down. Ketchum in the backfield to Williams' right. Williams drops back. Now will scramble off to his right and pass over the middle. It's going to be caught. Pass is caught by Derek Taylor coming across the middle and into Defender territory. 1st down for Waldorf.
Yeah, and usually you're telling your quarterback don't throw it back towards the middle of the field once you roll out or scramble. But had good zip on this ball and was able to sneak it in there.
1st down and 10 for Waldorf from the Defender 49-yard line. Approaching the 2-minute warning here. See if they can get a play off. 1st down and 10 for the Warriors. Williams in the pistol, and he'll hand it off to Ketchum. And again, that run game, they're sticking with it, but boy, the defender's playing it well. And that is Moaning on the tackle along with Joe Johnson.
Yeah, and that'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. So, yeah, Waldorf is going to be able to get with their coaching staff and figure out what they want to do here on 2nd and 10.
We will take a timeout ourselves. Back with more Defender football in 1 minute.
At Premier Communications, we're all about connection. Connecting you to all the entertainment, work, and family you love with our phone, internet, cable TV, and tech support services. And now, that connection has gotten even faster with internet speeds up to 1 gig. Experience the next level of connection with Premier Communications. Visit us online at mypremieronline.com or call toll-free 800-741-8351. Premier Communications, looking ahead.
I mean, we have 270 yards, which is a lot, but with the score as it is, you would think we would have a lot more.
Well, yeah, because when we have 23 with 58 yards of offense.
Welcome back to Open Space Park, Defender football on KIHK. Waldorf with a 2nd down and 10, and a screen pass to Rivera, and it's tackled by Ian McDonald. I'm going to miss McDonald. He plays with a lot of passion, Kyle.
He does. He's just, you can tell he loves playing the game of football, right? And that's the way it should be played, just with a lot of joy and excitement. And, and that becomes contagious, right? It affects everybody else on the field, on the sideline, both sides of the ball. You're going to miss a guy like that.
3rd down and 6 for Waldorf, trying to get their 3rd first down on this drive as Kyle is going to go down to the field for a halftime interview with head coach Joel Penner, and Williams avoids the pass rush, bounces it outside, and he will be close to a 1st down. Boy, Williams kind of a magician to escape pressure there. Dort, I thought, had a quarterback sack, but a 1st down run for Luis Williams. And that'll move the chains. It'll be 1st and 10 for Waldorf from the Defender 38-yard line. 1:10 left to go. Both teams have 3 timeouts remaining. Plenty of time for Waldorf to put a scoring drive together. 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Williams in the pistol, joined by his running back, Ketchum. Player in motion is Rivera. Williams back to pass, and he is brought down. Quarterback sack, Joe Johnson, the sophomore from Parkersburg, Iowa, with the quarterback pressure and sack. Didn't elude it that time. It'll be 2nd down and long, 2nd and 15. Under a minute to go. Waldorf not using a timeout right now. They're going to be patient and let some clock run. They're not in no hurry. Justice Johnson split wide to the right. To the near side is their tight end, Nolan Frowine. Williams in the pistol with Ketchum to his left. Williams drops straight back, gets rid of it quick, and the pass is caught. Back shoulder play. That's a nice throw by Williams. That is Derek Taylor, number 86, with the catch, and that is a 1st down. 22 seconds remaining. Clock stopped as he went out of bounds. And got a 1st down. 1st down and 10 for the Warriors. Clearly their best drive of the afternoon so far. Williams has completed, he's 4 out of 4 in passing for 35 yards. Williams, he'll drop back. He's looking for Taylor again and finds him. Coverage on the play is Grant Hickson, forced out of bounds. Short game, down to 17 seconds. Down to the 17-yard line. 17 seconds, 1st down and 10 for Waldorf. 3 1st downs now on this drive. The only 1st downs for Waldorf. Dort is 17 in this 1st half. Williams in the pistol. Catch him to his right. Williams throws it to the end zone, and it is incomplete. Going for Derek Taylor again. Covered well by Grant Hickson. And it'll be 2nd down and 10 with 13 seconds remaining in the first half. Defender halftime. The defender dance team will perform under the direction of head coach Mel Knobloch. Also show you some first half highlights. Daniel Dickerson, a senior interview with Mike Biker. And some scoreboard watching. Williams facing pressure, eludes one pass rusher, still on his feet, and is brought down eventually. Nolan Buckholtz with the quarterback sack. Zach Queering also there, and a timeout called by Waldorf with 3 seconds remaining. It'll be 3rd down at the 26-yard line. But a timeout called by Waldorf. And this timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. So Waldorf will use a timeout. This will be the final play of the first half, most likely. 3 seconds remaining. Dort see if they can keep Waldorf out of the end zone and go in with a shutout defensively, leading 47-0 in the final game of the regular season for both of these teams. 5 games in the GPAC today. One of note, Midland leading Concordia at the half, 13-7 is that score. Doan ahead of Mount Marty, 14-7. Morningside, 21-0 over Dakota Wesleyan. Northwestern, a 28-0 lead over Briar Cliff. And that is the scores. Women's basketball just underway. That was a 2 o'clock start. GPAC opener at College of St. Mary. And the final play of the first half. Williams in the pistol. Williams, he'll throw it for the end zone. Queering on the coverage, and it is incomplete, and the clock hits 0, and that is the end of the first half. Our score, Dort with a 47-0 lead. And we will take a short break, come back with the interview, head coach Joel Penner with Kyle Achterhoff in a moment.
Find furniture, mattresses, flooring, paint, and window treatments at your local Furniture Mart. They are family owned and located in downtown Sioux Center.
Today's broadcast brought to you by Ski-Bout Window and Door, your local window experts. Whether you're building or replacing, Ski-Bout Window and Door has the products, people, and knowledge to get the job done right. See Ski-Bout and see the difference. Today's broadcast brought to you by Prairie Life Chiropractic, combining skill and expertise that spans the entire chiropractic, acupuncture, and physical health spectrum. They want you to move better and live better.
And we're at the half here with Coach Joel Penner, Dort Defenders. You talked this week about probably starting with the wind at your back and getting off to a fast start. Probably exactly what you got today.
Yeah, that's the first time in my career I think I have given up a possession for the win, but I mean I feel like the kicking game was going to be an advantage that we wanted to get on right away. So proud of how we came out, and our punt block team's been incredible. 2 blocks already. We start out with a safety, and it's a fast start that we wanted.
Yeah, and a special day, celebrating 38 seniors and getting a number of those guys involved early here. With I believe we got 4 or 5 seniors scoring so far in this game, but great opportunity for to honor those guys.
Yeah, 38 seniors, incredible group of guys, and I'm going to miss them. I mean, it's been an emotional a day for me, but they're playing great, and we just got to keep on rolling.
You bet. Well, good luck in the second half, Coach. And we're here at halftime of the Dort Defender football game with Dort leading Waldorf 47-0.
HK. Great team under the direction of head coach Mel Knobloch. Dort with a 47-0 lead. Obviously, the score doesn't lie. First half dominated by this Dort defender team, and got scoring in all different phases. A special teams score. You got a defensive pick six by Tyler Wieringa, and of course offensively, just a big first half of play for this defenders team. Let's go to the highlights, Dort Media Network. Here is a trick play. Parker Beck with the 2-yard run for the defender's first touchdown. And later on in that quarter, pass over the middle, tipped by Colson Queering and picked off by Tyler Wieringa, who runs it in for a touchdown as the defenders open up a big lead. And more Dort defense here. Here's a Waldorf highlight. That is Taylor with the catch. He was Waldorf's best player. And then McDaniel, defender quarterback Cade McDaniel, on a nice long run. And yes, I prematurely called him down about 5 yards before where he was actually marked down. And Dort leads it at the half, 47-0. And we will go to our halftime interview after we take a 2-minute timeout. Daniel Dickerson will sit down with Dort Athletic Communications Director Mike Biker talking about his defender career. That's coming up next after a 2-minute timeout.
Hello, Dort University sports fans. Hope you're enjoying the game, whether you're a family or friend of a player or coach, or a fan of the university. Now, these players and coaches have put in hours and hours of practice, and it shows. But there's one more thing that every coach makes sure the team has: a game plan. And if these players and coaches are willing to put this much effort into a game, how much more important is a game plan for your financial life? Now, the financial world continually becomes more complicated, and we keep ourselves plenty busy. And even if we have precious free time, most of us don't want to spend it wrangling over financial decisions, reading financial journals, or studying the latest tax legislation. But if you don't have either the time or the desire to spend hours upon hours learning and keeping up with the changing rules of the game in the financial world, and then figuring out how that applies specifically to your financial life, you don't have to do it alone. For over 40 years, Money Concepts, the planning firm here in Sioux Center, has been helping households to build their financial game plan upon all the things in life more important than finances. Because there's things in life more important than money, and none of them are things. I'm Tom DeYoung, financial planner and president of Money Concepts, the planning firm. Check us out on the web or social media, or schedule an intro meeting to see how a financial game plan might benefit you. We'll help you build your finances on all the things in life more important than finances, while being a good steward of the resources God has entrusted to your care. And check out our Money Concepts radio podcast at moneyconceptsradio.com or on your favorite podcast app, where we dive into the relevant financial planning topics to bring clarity to the often confusing, ever-changing rules of the game in the financial world. Enjoy the rest of the game, and remember to spend your most valuable resources, your time and your attention, on the things in life that matter more than money. And go Defenders!
On our senior spotlight, we are going to visit with Daniel Dickerson. He is a running back for the Dort University football program, and Dan is in his 4th year with the program. And how you feeling today, Dan? We're about 2 or 3 days out from the Saturday football game. How you feeling today?
I'm feeling pretty good. Body's not too sore, just normal bangs and bruises, but couldn't complain. So.
You are in the middle of class day, and you've got classes. What are you studying here at Dort?
I'm studying to be a history teacher.
Okay.
So that's specifically secondary education, and then with like a history endorsement. It's kind of like a dual major. I'll have my history classes and then also my education classes. So yeah, today specifically, I just got out of a Civil War class, and then at 12:25, I'm going to be going to history of the philosophy of education. So,
okay.
Yeah.
What's your favorite period of history to study? What's your go-to?
I'm really interested in kind of like the Reconstruction era up to maybe like World War I era.
Okay.
So kind of like that progressivism, and just I don't know, just it's really interesting. A lot of change that goes on in that era, and how the whole, just everything that's happening. Really interesting. So.
Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Jackson, Missouri.
Where's Jackson, Missouri?
It's like right on the river, right on the Mississippi River, about 2 hours south of St. Louis.
Okay.
It's a town about 15,000, but if you were to visit it, you wouldn't guess that. It's got a small downtown, Main Street, and then there's a lot of rural area around there, a lot of farms, and it's a great place. Love it.
You're not that far from the south at that point.
Yeah.
I mean, Reconstruction has a little different connotation when you're talking there than maybe up here in Iowa or Minnesota.
Yeah, certainly. I would almost say like we are where we are at. It's like just like the mixing line. Like you'll have your people that are Midwestern, and then you'll have your people that are Southern, and like hearing pop or soda or whatever or bags, cornhole. Like that was something that I'd always grew up. Just like the cultural. Like I was just like a mixing pot right there.
Jackson, Missouri to Sioux Center, Iowa.
Mm-hmm.
How does Dort University find a kid from Jackson, Missouri that wants to study history and play football? How did that happen?
So I think it was my junior year. Coach Nutt actually reached out to me. He actually had a connection with my head coach, Brent Eckley, at the time, and he reached out to me. Just like kind of got on my radar, and I had known that at that point that I wanted to go to a Christian university, and I just hadn't really narrowed it down somewhere. And I knew that I wanted to play football, and so just kind of building a connection with Coach Nutt and then the other coaches as well. It got kind of piqued my interest, and then I came up here on a visit, loved it, and a couple other things that also was really influential to my decision to come here too was I'd had an injury my junior year, blew out my knee. Tore ACL, MCL, meniscus, and I'd had several other schools that were interested in me at that time that just kind of dropped off.
Cooled
interest.
off, yeah.
Yeah, and Dort was definitely like the one of the few that just was there by my side the whole time, and even stuck with me and continued to invite me to things and pray over me, and so that was really, it was really impactful for my decision as well.
What impacted your decision when you came on campus, and what were your impressions? I'm always curious to hear the impressions of people when I'm a Dort grad. I grew up, my family was Dort. I mean, that's my history. I look at it through different eyes than somebody who isn't familiar with it. Impressions when you came on campus as a visitor.
Yeah, I think my parents even noticed it too. It's just the people, they're all, they want to get to know you as more than just a number or just a recruit. You may not necessarily make a decision here, but they want to know who you are. They want to figure out what you want in life, and just they want to impact you and how they can best do that and serve you. And I think that was something that was very clear when I came on that first visit, and just making those connections.
Was it a tough decision after that? I mean, were other schools still in the running? Did you have to wait? How did you finally make the decision?
So actually, I remember, so the visit that I came up and got my offer, I was supposed to go to a school the next day to go and go on a visit. And I remember sitting in the car, like thinking like, do I make the decision now? Because this was on the way to the next school. And I was like, I was pretty certain I wanted to come here. And I was just kind of like conflicted, like, you know, do I call coach and tell him now? But I'm also going to this other school. Like, would that be right? Well, so I ended up going to that school still and checking it out. But then like the next day I called up Coach Penner and was like, yeah, I'm going to make the decision, and I committed. So
how are you different than you were as a high school senior?
Wow. That's a big question.
That's why I ask it.
That's a good question. Great question. The growth, I mean, that I've seen in myself, and just, you know, the people that I put myself around, you know, spiritually, physically, mentally, and just, it's unfathomable, really. You know, if somebody were to look at me my senior year of high school and like, you know, look at me now, I guess, you know, I mean, I'm not a completely different person, but my habits, my faith walk, I'm so much more intentional with that. That is definitely something that I've grown in for sure. And just the people that I've put myself around too, that lift me up in that, and the conversations that I get to have with those people, and just my passion that I get to share about my faith, and then also how that works into what I want to do with my future, and that as being a teacher and teaching history. So
second semester, you're going to be student teaching.
Correct.
Looking forward to that?
Yeah, I'm excited. I don't know what school I'm going to be in yet.
Okay.
But I'm sure it'll be somewhere nearby, because like, I'm coming back for fifth.
Right.
So hopefully it's somewhere nearby so I can commute to practices and whatnot. But yeah.
And you're coming back. You're going to have your degree when you're done in May. You're coming back and beginning your work on master's.
Correct.
And what? Just love school? Want to come back for another year? What's the thought process for seeking a master's almost immediately?
Well, I just had some people that like some teachers that I had in high school that I'd always had talked about. You know, once I just made the decision I wanted to be a teacher, they're like, you know, get your master's as soon as you can. You know, you get a family, it's hard to get it done. And then, yeah, and then just it kind of, my sophomore year after I had my injury, I tore my PCL here.
Yep.
That was almost kind of like opening the door, like, you know, I might as well do it. I'm going to be here another year. Good opportunity to get it done. And yeah, it's just going to help me out in the long run.
I want to know what it feels like to get through that first level of the line, and you make a linebacker miss, and then there's nothing but field in front of you. What does that feel like?
Oh, I mean, it feels good. It's just like, like the Red Sea parting, you know? It's just, you make someone miss, you see nothing but green grass, your eyes get big, heart start pumping, and you just, you know, full speed ahead. And it's just, yeah, it's something that's hard to almost put into words, but. Yeah.
Good. Well, we've got a week left, and then we wait and see. I don't want this to be the end for this team, obviously. So I'm going to say, let's hope for a couple more weeks, and then best wishes to you as you do your student teaching. I'm sure that will be that'll be eye-opening and impactful, I'm sure. And then spring will be here again, and round we go. But best wishes to you as you prepare for student teaching. That's a big deal. And then from there, graduating and figuring out what's next. That's all part of it. Daniel, thanks for stopping in and talking with me.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Today's Dort Media Network broadcast, brought to you by Cruise & Cruise PC, Certified Public Accountants. Offices in Sioux Center and Lamars, helping you attain your financial goals is their commitment.
Today's broadcast brought to you by Snyder Insurance and Financial Group of Sioux Center, offering life, health, Medicare supplements, annuities, and more. Trusted service and exceptional products with you in mind since 1973. Today's broadcast brought to you by Joyner and Dort Dentistry, providing implants, dentures, and dental care for your whole family in a modern and friendly atmosphere. Today's broadcast brought to you by Snyder Insurance and Financial Group of Sioux Center, offering life, health, Medicare supplements, annuities, and more. Trusted service and exceptional products with you in mind since 1973. Looking for top-notch rental equipment for your next project? Look no further than Rental, located in Sioux Center, Spencer, Storm Lake, and Sioux Falls. Rental, your regional equipment rental experts. Visit them online, rental.com, or call 712-722-3928. Today's Space broadcast brought to you by Volink Enterprises Incorporated, building homes for families and businesses in Northwest Iowa since 1962. Let's work together to bring your vision into reality. Volink Enterprises Incorporated.
And today's live stream broadcast brought to you by Verhoof Automotive. Verhoof Automotive in Sioux Center is your local Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, and Buick dealer. Verhoof Automotive, worth the drive from anywhere.
At Dort, we strive to build community from before you step foot on campus to years after you graduate. We want to give Dort students the chance to live and learn together and create meaningful, lifelong relationships that are rooted in faith. Connect to others in purposeful relationships at Dort University.
4 different offensive players have scored a rushing touchdown, 2 by Nick Wellen, 1 by Cody Boonder, 1 by Zach Riley, and 1 by Parker Beck. We have a defensive score, Tyler Wearing, a pick 6. We have a safety. We have a field goal. Any way you want, Dort has delivered as they lead Waldorf 47-0, Kyle.
Yeah, and if you heard Coach Penner for the Dort Media Network, people had a little visit with Coach Penner at half and started off exactly how they had hoped with the wind and getting that quick start. And it really takes the wind out of a team that struggled, right? I mean, everybody knew Waldorf, their record, how they've struggled throughout the year. So you don't want to give even those teams that sense of, hey, we got a chance. Took that away from them real early in the game. And now it gives Coach Penner the luxury of getting a lot of other players on the field this afternoon, get them experience. That's how programs are built, right? You get that second, third stringer, some extra time, and that is what is going to be beneficial, even next season, right? Just that varsity experience, and yeah, you even have red shirts. Somebody, some of our red shirts, probably you can red shirt a guy and only play him in 2 ball games. So I think we have some guys that are actually playing their second ball game today. Because they've held on to that red shirt, held on to that game so they can get some experience.
Scoreboard watch, the Dort women's team leading College of St. Mary at the half, 46-29. GPAC opener for both of those teams as the defenders look to stay unbeaten. Football scoreboard, let me quick refresh, but we have 5 games. Dakota Wesleyan trailing Morningside 35-3. Doane still leading Mount Marty 14-7. Northwestern at the half 45-0 over Briar Cliff. Midland a 13-10 lead at the end of the third quarter now over Concordia in a game that we are paying close to attention to.
So they're already starting a fourth.
Now,
close?
Now it's changed. They must be having some stat issues, but it's 13-10, 10 minutes in the third.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, that's one we're kind of keeping an eye on, right? Because that Concordia team is right on that same bubble that we are in terms of the playoffs. And so, it probably would benefit Dort if Midland would come out of that with the win, and then we would be tied with Northwestern for second in the conference. Gives us a little bit of a better chance of slipping into the playoffs.
A little more leverage. Waldorf will start the second half with the football after the short kick, and this looks like it's still Louise Williams, and he will scramble to his right, stays in bounds momentarily, and will eventually just get rid of it as he avoids the Dort rush. It'll be 2nd down and 10 coming up for Waldorf.
Yeah, it looked like he got rid of the ball just before stepping out of bounds, so he saved himself 7 or 8 yards with the throwaway.
Taking a look at some of the overall stats, Dort 270 yards of total offense, 63 for Waldorf, and a lot, Kyle, was on that last drive where they moved the ball through the air. They got a couple of first downs even on that last drive.
Yeah, you understand the coach's philosophy starting the freshman, but Williams just gives them a little bit more at the quarterback position.
Williams drops back to pass, and it is caught by Justice Johnson, and he is still on his feet, gets to the Waldorf 45-yard line, and Williams can throw it.
Yeah, he can throw the ball pretty well. Has some zip on it. Obviously, right now he's got the wind at his back, so he's able to get that one in. But a really good job by the receiver of sitting in the open zone and giving the quarterback a target to throw to.
Waldorf offensively coming back from last year. It's all the receivers and tight end. That's who returned for this Waldorf team, the skill positions. New quarterback, of course, and their whole O-line is different. Pass out to the right. It's going to be caught by Rivera for a short gain. And it'll be tackled by Colson Queering. Second down coming up for Waldorf. Second down and about 6. Women's basketball, Dort 46-29. Macy Sievers 17 points, 3 of 5 from beyond the arc. Ellie Lems with 8, 7 for Janie Vendong, 6 for Willow Bleeker, a couple of 3s, 6 for Desta Hogendorn. So those are your stats in that one. Second down and 6 for Waldorf here. Williams in the pistol, and he will keep it himself, and we'll have a first down. Just right up the middle, nothing fancy, right up the middle behind the right side of the line. First down, Waldorf.
Yeah, and they led the running back up the hole. It's almost like a quarterback ISO play. A designed run that time for Williams, and took advantage of some pretty good blocking up front.
Ball spotted at the defender's 39-yard line. First and 10, opening drive of the third quarter. Dort in front, 47-0. Waldorf with probably their best drive. They closed the half with a pretty good drive. This one also moving the football. They'll send a player in motion from right to left. Williams drops back, facing the pressure, steps up into the pocket, now has room to run, and he will stay in bounds, and he's hit by multiple defenders. Ian McDonald and Matthew Bumgar's on the tackle.
Yeah, I think when this defensive unit gets to the sideline, we're going to probably talk a little bit just about rush lane integrity, right? They kind of split open, and Williams had room to just go straight up the field with the ball to get positive yards.
Second down and 5. Last couple of drives, Waldorf has had positive yardage on first down. It just makes things easier for an offense when you do that.
Absolutely. You don't want to be behind the sticks, and I'm sure that's what Williams is thinking. I just got to get this ball out and just not take a negative play.
And there's another positive play. Pass caught by Jorge Rivera. Short of a first down, sets up a third down and manageable for Waldorf.
Yeah, and probably looking at 4-down territory if you're Waldorf, thinking, yeah, here we are, down to the 32-yard line. Need a couple to pick it up here, 3 yards, and might as well take advantage of all 4 downs.
So third down and 3. Got to get to the 29-yard line of the defenders for a first down. Williams in the pistol. Drop back to pass, and he looks to run and will pick up a first down before he'll slide down. First down, Warriors, close to the 25-yard line of the defenders.
Yeah, and he didn't start that slide too soon, because sometimes you can see that from a quarterback. They forget that it's where you start the slide. So he kind of went down awkwardly, almost sideways, but knew he had enough to pick up the first down.
This is an O-line of Waldorf. They're young, but they're big. Their interior linemen all above 300 pounds. That's a lot of girth up front for Waldorf. Williams in the pistol. Once again with Ketchum. Short drop, pass is caught. Hit immediately is Rivera by Lucas Huttinga. Short gain on the play for Waldorf. Midland now trails Concordia 17-13, and they just had an interception. Concordia with good field position leading 17-13 in the third quarter. Maybe not the best news we've heard all day, Kyle.
Not the best. The whole playoff picture is pretty wide open with Dort and Concordia both kind of being on that bubble right now.
And pass goes through the hands of Rivera. Second down coming up for Waldorf. And, Mike and I were talking. You put 5 people in a room and they're all going to have their own opinion. You know, that's the complexity of this. It's a committee that decides this, and they're all going to have their own thoughts.
Yeah, you know, when they went to the expanded playoffs a year ago with 20 teams making it, really the coaches poll is kind of, it supposedly is out of the picture, right? It's more regional rankings, what they call the ARC rankings. That didn't do Dort much. That wasn't in our favor when the latest ARC polling came out. They actually had Concordia a couple spots in front of Dort. So, you know, that can still switch up.
You can.
After this game, you know, you don't know what's going to happen. You would think we would be the beneficiary there since we won head-to-head, but they also look at that signature win, and Concordia had a pretty impressive win at Northwestern, 2-score win. So that kind of plays in their benefit. We beat them. You would think that would be the primary thing to look at, but yeah, I don't know what all goes into that ARC ranking. I'm not going to try to explain it, but we're looking at some other matchups across the nation as well, because there's an important one out west in Idaho that could impact playoff qualifiers.
Timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. A 3rd down and 4, and Waldorf is not going to pick it up. Ian McDonald with another stop for the defenders, and it'll be 4th down for Waldorf, and it looks like all signs point to that they're going to go for this here.
Yeah, when you're down big, it is a tough one. Do you want to get something on the board, try the field goal? Doesn't look like that's what they're thinking at this point. Going to go for it here on 4th and a long 2, maybe 3.
4th down. Williams is going to go. Nope, he's not going to go under center. He's going to go back to the pistol. 4th down, Warriors. And a quick throw out, and a pass is caught. Caught by number 10, Justice Johnson, and it'll be a 1st down. He ends up almost scoring on the play. It'll be 1st down, goal to go for Waldorf. So a good 4th down conversion for the Warriors, and they have been pretty good on 4th down, oddly enough, in terms of you look at their overall numbers. They're about 5th in the GPAC. 4th down conversions on the year, 12 of 26, 46%.
Yeah, that's pretty good. You know, and on that one, it was just a matter of taking advantage of the short passing game, getting it out quick.
Williams, pass is going to be caught for a touchdown. Waldorf opens the second half with a touchdown pass from Luis Williams to Jorge Rivera from about 3 yards out, and Waldorf on the scoreboard, trailing 47-6. So Waldorf with a touchdown drive to start the 3rd quarter. And on to kick this will be Connor Parker. Both special teams guys, the punter and place kicker returning from last year. So Parker for the extra point. 8:33 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Kicking with the wind, and it is no good. 47-6 is the score. We'll be back after a 1-minute break. You're listening to Defender Football.
The Hope Fund helps cover a myriad of situations that students find themselves in, most of them not self-inflicted. It could be the medical condition of a family member. It could be natural disasters. 100% of what's donated to that fund goes to students for real-world need. It gives Defender Nation an opportunity to come together and help students and their families who are in need. We get to participate in something that is so much bigger than ourselves.
Homegrown. Community.
Family. Innovators.
Growth.
Faith.
Legacy.
We are dedicated to egg.
Today's Dort Media Network livestream broadcast is produced by the students of Dort University. Thanks for watching.
Nathan, make sure this is the final break. Touchdown pass from Williams to Rivera. Kickoff. Dort returns it to the 30-yard line. Dort will have possession, their first possession of the third quarter. And we have a new quarterback. It is going to be number 8, Noah Strickfaden, a sophomore from Minnesota. And he hands it off up the middle. That was Dickerson with the carry. Second down and 5 yards for Dickerson. 47-6 is the score. 8 minutes left to go in the third quarter. It's been all defenders on the final game of the regular season. Strickfaden, 6'1", sophomore from Minnesota. Short drop, finds Harkin on the right sideline, short of a first down. And it'll set it, it is a first down. They're going to give it to him. First down and 10 for the defenders.
Yeah, I thought where he caught the ball was far enough for a first down, but it looked like he gave up a little bit of yardage. But, was able to get enough for the first down.
So Strickfaden is the new quarterback. Has played some. This is his third game, 6 of 9 passing for 59 yards coming in, and he'll hand it off. Dickerson springs it to the outside, and it'll be forced out of bounds in Waldorf territory in just outside the 30-yard line. First down carry for Daniel Dickerson.
Yeah, it looked like he came down on the ball, probably got the wind knocked out of him a little bit. Needs a play here. I've been there, and that's awful when you can't catch your breath after landing on the ball. He said, give me one. Give me a play off.
First down and 10 for the defenders at the 31-yard line of Waldorf. Strickfaden. And will keep it himself. Good decision. And he is going to get 5 yards before he is brought down by safety Jakin Brock of the Warriors. Gain of 6 for Strickfaden. And here comes Dickerson back in. Got the wind back. Now he's back onto the field.
Have you had that before, Matt? Wind knocked out of you?
Oh, yeah. It's not fun.
That's an awful feeling right there.
You start to panic, actually, because you just cannot get breath. Second down and 4 for the defenders. Strickfaden, and will fake it. Now we'll throw it to Harkin. Harkin breaks one tackle, gets it inside the 10, setting up first down, goal to goal for the defenders.
Yeah, and that's kind of a staple to this Dort defender offense, that run-pass option. This could have been a give, could have kept it and ran it himself, but had a receiver open downfield and took the easy completion.
Brought down right at the 10-yard line, first down, goal to go. In the backfield is Brendan Piper, and he will get the football. Brought down inside the 10. Short gain on the play. Second down, goal to go. Good tackle by Preston Mackey, the defensive end for Waldorf, making the play.
Yeah, he does a good job of playing off the block and making a good solid tackle.
Second down, goal to goal for the defenders, who offensively, they've done a little bit of everything. They have not had a passing touchdown today, so we'll see if we can get that. That went to Coach Penner's ear, or offensive coordinator Levi Jungling, and another give to Piper. Short gain, third down, and goal coming up for the defenders. Ball will be at, the 7-yard line?
Yeah, I think we need about 7 for the score here. Obviously, even going into the wind, well inside of field goal range.
Strickfaden looking to throw. Pass wide open. Touchdown defenders. That is Connor Kanoff. Wide open in the corner of the end zone. Ask and you shall receive. There's the passing touchdown. Strickfaden to Kanoff, and the defenders add to their lead. How did he get so wide open, Kyle?
Yeah, it was. We had kind of, I think, one of our receivers was in the just barely in the end zone, and Kanoff was able to kind of sneak behind the defenders and the defensive secondary and they kind of lost track of him back there, and he was standing wide open for the easy score.
Lining on for the point after attempt. Blade Coons on the hold, and the kick is good. Dort pushes the lead to 54-6. More from Open Space Park when we return after a 1-minute break.
Our students are thinking about God's good design for creation, and I think we're really intentional about having students think about what does this mean for you as you serve them. Although we offer them a very rigorous set of courses and expectations in the academic sense of social work, we also teach as intentionally and as rigorously as other academic programs, but have this fundamental and core foundation of who we are and why we're here.
Hey Defender Nation, did you know that Dort Athletics has over 700 student athletes that make up less than 50% of the student body? We want to invite you to join the Defender Gold Club and support those student athletes, our staff, and coaches this season. Your charitable donation helps advance Defender Athletics and the Defender Way. Last year, we were just shy of 900 members in the Defender Gold Club. Help us reach that 1,000 member mark this year. By becoming a member, you will directly support the student athletes and coaches here at Dort University. Thanks for watching. Go Defenders.
I wish I shared your optimism.
Defenders increase the lead, 54-6. Noah Strickfaden with his first touchdown of the season to Connor Knopf, his first touchdown reception of the season. A 7-yard touchdown pass on third down. And it'll be Waldorf football after the kickoff by the Defenders. Waldorf coming off a scoring drive of their own. 2 scoring drives here in the third quarter. 54-6 is the score. Defensively, Defenders back onto the field. Waldorf with the wind. Dort will obviously get it with the wind in the fourth quarter. And Waldorf, Luis Williams, who has played well, 12 of 16, 115, 1 touchdown, has been sacked twice. He's also their leading rusher. And the handoff to Ketchum, not much doing. Ketchum has had it, not much happening today, the running back for Waldorf, as Dort's really bottled him up.
Yeah, we've talked about the strength of this defensive unit up front and not allowing a lot of rushing yards throughout the year and doing a great job again today. But that first series of this half, Waldorf marched it right down the field for the score. So time for this defensive unit to get back on track.
2nd down and 9 is the official down and distance for Luis Williams, the senior quarterback who drops back to pass, being chased, and will be brought down for a quarterback sack. Ball got out late. I think they're going to rule him down. Chasing him down is Joe Johnson with the quarterback sack. 3rd and long coming up. And the officials say he definitely was down, but great play by Joe Johnson. Very active along that defensive line.
Yeah, just relentless on that pass rush as Williams kind of flushed to his left. And Johnson was able to run him down from behind.
3rd and long coming up for Waldorf, and they will go trips to the right, single receiver to the left. 3rd and 13. Williams has time. Pass over the middle is incomplete. Broken up by the Defenders in the secondary. That was Kakmarinsky with a pass breakup. 4th down coming up for Waldorf with 3:09 left to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, and are we at that point where we set up a return? Do we keep going after these punts? We've had great luck at getting into the backfield and with a couple blocks so far today. And do we keep going after it, or do we see if we can set up a return?
Valverde and McCullough, your 2 punt returners, standing at their own 30-yard line. Low line drive kick. It's going to take a Waldorf bounce. Valverde will take it at the 30-yard line. Valverde has room. He's at the 40 to the 30. Now a foot race, and he will be forced out of bounds. Great return by Valverde. And giving Dort great field position once again. Tackle was made by 36, Isaac Bridget.
Yeah, and that time, we didn't even try really to get into the backfield. We definitely set up the return there, and Valverde did a good job of finding that open lane. Really well blocked by the punt return unit. Put Dort in really good starting field position.
1st and 10. Valverde now behind the quarterback, Strickfaden. Strickfaden takes the snap and will keep it himself. He's tripped up, but a gain of 5 on 1st down for Noah Strickfaden, the sophomore quarterback for the defenders. Good gain on 1st down. I'm always a little hesitant to say who has the football because, Kyle, I get faked out by those option.
Yeah.
And that's the point of them, right?
Exactly. Yeah. McFadden did a good job there of nice run here.
Strickfaden keeps it himself. He'll have a 1st down, dives forward near the 15-yard line of Waldorf. 1st down run for Strickfaden.
Yeah, and Strickfaden does, again, a nice job of really reading the option, taking what was there. The Waldorf defense did a good job of taking away the dive, and he had a nice lane to run through and picked up the 1st down. Good positive play.
1st down and 10 for the defenders, leading Waldorf 54-6. Under 2 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Strickfaden fakes to the left, now cuts it back to the right, and will be tackled at the 10-yard line, setting up 2nd down and short. Tackle made by Waldorf's number 34. Not on my initial sheet. Jeremiah Smith with the tackle. And the defenders going hurry up. 1:26 left to go, 54-6. Strickfaden, Waldorf showing pressure now. He'll look to the sideline for the play. And Dort will have a 2nd down. Strickfaden will throw. Pass over the middle is broken up by Waldorf. Intended for Carter Queering. And it'll be 3rd down and short coming up for the defenders. Clock stop, 1:05 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Ball at the 9.
A little faster quarter.
It was, yeah. That 1st quarter, wow.
Wow, that was a long one.
2 long scoring drives here, and Strickfaden on the option. He'll keep it himself, has a 1st down, and dives ahead. Touchdown defenders. Noah Strickfaden with a touchdown run, and he will give the defenders a 60-6 lead. Must have been another good decision by Strickfaden because the results were there.
Yeah, and you don't usually want your guys to leave your feet, but he does a good job of just extending the ball, getting over the goal line for the touchdown.
And Stephen Leinen on for the extra point. Played Coons. Hasn't been busy punting the football, but he's been busy as the holder. And that tandem, the kick is good. Dort pushes the lead to 61-6 with under a minute to go in the 3rd quarter. More Defender football when we return.
Dort does a fantastic job of making your learning applicable to your context. If there's any resource that is limited as an educator, it's time. And so Dort very much values your time. Having realistic expectations for the amount of work you do, having high expectations for the quality of work that you do, but then just having it be immediately applicable to improving your work as an educator, kind of having that spill over towards improving outcomes for your students and just for your relationships with colleagues.
Dort kicker Stephen Leinen will kick off into the wind. It is returned by Jack Thompson. Good coverage by the defenders. Thompson brings it out to about the 25-yard line. 1st and 10 Waldorf. Dort with a 61-6 lead, under a minute to go in the 3rd quarter. Offensively, Kyle, Dort continues just to kind of do what they want to do.
Yeah, have had a lot of success running the ball, throwing the ball. I think, yeah, you saw it here in this third quarter being a little bit more run heavy, and I would anticipate that the rest of the game just to keep that clock moving and try to shorten this game. But, yeah, having success doing whatever they want.
Williams, the quarterback for Waldorf, empty backfield, drops straight back, has a man cutting across the field. This is their primary receiver, Derek Taylor, the sophomore, and he will have a first down for Waldorf. Pushed out of bounds by Kakmarinsky for the defenders. That'll move the chains. Clock runs. 40 seconds now left in the third quarter with the defenders up big. 61-6 is the score. Williams, 13 of 18 for 127 and a touchdown. Has been sacked 3 times. Has taken care of the football. Doesn't have a turnover. First and 10 for Waldorf. And he will drop back. And he has been passing repeatedly. And this one's caught over the middle by Bryce Jones into defender territory. And a first down for Waldorf on what could be the final play of the third quarter. And the ball will be ball at the 41-yard line. That's going to do it for the third quarter. Dort with a 61-6 lead as we'll switch sides of the field. Waldorf will go into the win for the fourth quarter. Back in 1 minute with more Defender football.
This program is not just for teachers who want to teach in a special education classroom. This program is for general education teachers that want to better serve the special needs students that might be in their classroom. Every classroom has students that have special learning challenges, and this program will equip you with the tools to think about how to address those challenges better and support those students in your classroom.
You are watching Dort Defender football on the Dort Media Network, also live on KIHK 106.9 Sioux County Radio. First play of the final quarter. Waldorf gets a first down. Pass caught by Jorge Rivera from Luis Williams, and that'll move the chains. Waldorf first down and 10.
Well, Waldorf has had some success here in the second half of getting positive yards and moving the chains and maintaining possession.
First down and 10, Waldorf. 61-6 is the score. Defender women's basketball team winning big in their GPAC opener, College of St. Mary. Williams throwing for the end zone, and it is going to be caught for a touchdown. Nice throw by Williams into the wind, mind you. And making the catch, don't see a number. It's that guy, but he just hasn't turned towards us. But a touchdown pass makes it 61-12.
And I believe they'll go for 2 here. You're at that point in the game where, yeah, 1 doesn't help you. Not sure 8 does either, but going for 2 here.
Justice Johnson, I believe, had the touchdown reception. And Waldorf will go for 2. Williams will hand it off, and Dort stops it. Rocky Kitchum with the carry, but nothing doing up the middle. And that will negate the 2-point conversion. 61-12 is the score with 14-19 left to go. And if we can, we'll just keep it here. Got one score to update a minute. The Dort women's basketball team, 67-35. Leading the way, Macy Sievers and Janie Van Dong, each with 19 points in the GPAC opener for the Defenders. So Defenders well on their way to staying unbeaten on the year.
Yeah, and they had a nice win this week up in Sioux Falls.
That one wasn't easy.
No, you had a good Dakota State.
Very good
women's program, top 10 team.
Yeah, yeah.
Good win for the ladies.
Later on today, the Dort men's basketball team will be taking on a good William Woods team. Both of those teams receiving votes and both unbeaten, so that'll be a good matchup for the Defender men. That'll be on KIHK. It's 5 o'clock tip-off, pregame at 4:45. And Waldorf will kick it off. Dort leading 61-12, 14-19 left to go. You have Tommy Fritz along with Preston McCoy back to receive. Kickoff into the wind. Most likely will be a short kick. And the defenders need to be heads up, and it's going to go out of bounds.
Yeah, Waldorf trying a little bit of a pooch short that landed out of bounds around the 40, 42, and we'll add 5 onto that. So Dort should start off with really good field position.
What's the ruling there? Refresh my memory. Can you decline it and go take it where it goes out of bounds, or re-kick, or?
Yeah, you could back them up and force them to re-kick it. I think with that being so short, yeah, you probably want to just take the extra 5 and get your offense on the field, because, yeah, we're starting out here at the 47-yard line. You know, if it goes out of bounds at the 2, and, yeah, then you still got good field position at the 35. But, yeah, but then you're a little bit more tempted to maybe force them to re-kick it.
And the defenders will hand it off. First down carry up the middle. And that is Thomas Fritz Jr. with the carry. First down carry for Dort.
Yeah, it looks like we got some different numbers up front in the offensive line, so a great opportunity to get some other guys on the field and get them some quality varsity experience.
Jeremiah Peterson, Jr. from White Bear Township, Minnesota. Christian Kelsey from Litchfield, Minnesota. We'll try to give you more names as we see them. And a handoff to Sean Medlock, sophomore from Frederick, Colorado, with the carry. Sets up a 2nd down and 7. Liam Sorensen, another O-lineman, senior from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, out there. Jackson Wiggins, senior from Bloomington, Illinois, is a wide receiver. Evan Jordahl, senior from Milton, Wisconsin. 2nd down and 7. Number 91 in motion. That is Nick Geeson, tight end. And that carry goes to Medlock. Medlock with the carry, close to a 1st down. Sean Medlock. Medlock checking the stats on the season. It's his first carries of the season, it looks like.
Yeah, going deep into the bench and having some success running the ball.
3rd down and 1 for the defenders. Split wide to the left is Ben Flora, sophomore from Parker, Colorado. Wide to the right, Jackson Wiggins. I'm doing this not only just for the listener, but for us. Just hearing the name, hopefully we can remember it, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, getting some new jersey numbers out there, some guys getting on the field, and Dort having to take a timeout here. It looked like they had a little mix-up on the formation, and just want to make sure on this 3rd and short play that you got everybody where they need to be, and yeah, you want to pick this up and maintain possession.
This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. 61-12. Defenders with this one in command early and often in the big first quarter. And have never looked back in this one. Final game of the regular season for both of these teams. And hoping for good news tomorrow.
Yeah, and yeah, I'm not sure about the process. I'm sure the coaches will probably learn a little bit earlier than the rest of us, at least if you're needing to do some planning and exchange some film. But you know, that's always tough with a late announcement to get on Sunday. You want to have that day as a day of rest anyhow, but coaches tend to want to know exactly what's happening.
3rd down and 1, and picking up the first down is Sean Medlock. Medlock with the first down carry brings it into the 25-yard line of Waldorf, actually the 27, but a first down nonetheless. Sean Medlock getting the work now for the defenders. First down and 10, 28-yard line. Quarterback, it's McDaniel again. McDaniel back out there, and he drops back to pass, and it is caught by Evan Jordahl for a first down. McDaniel to Jordahl, first down and 10 for Dort.
Yeah, and good concentration by Jordahl. He had a Waldorf secondary player kind of try to undercut that and just missed getting his hands on the ball. And, you know, it's kind of that distraction drill. Can you keep your eye on the ball with somebody flashing in front of you? So a good job of maintaining his concentration and looking the ball in for the reception.
Jake and Brock, the Warriors safety with the tackle. McDaniel in the pistol with Medlock in the backfield. Short pass, that is caught by Jackson Wiggins, fighting for some extra yards, brought down on the far side of the field. Close to a first down again.
Yeah, and even that play by Wiggins, you know, he had a defender right on him. Pretty well defended, but he was able to make the contested catch and pick up a good 9 yards on that first down play.
Austin Wilson, senior from Red Oak, Iowa, in the backfield. He checked in between plays. Keep an eye on number 40 there on your screen, and he will get the football for a second down carry, 2nd and 1. And he did not get it. It'll be 3rd down coming up for the defenders. 3rd down and 2 for this Dort team. Up 61-12, 10 minutes left to go in this contest in the regular season. Brody Ash, another O-lineman, number 63 in there. And McDaniel on the option, and he's going to keep it himself. McDaniel close to the goal line. No signal.
Oh, come on. I thought he was in there.
They're going to mark him short, aren't they?
They are. Yeah. Line judge came in from the side and marked him. And now we got a replay on the Dort Media Network. Good job of tucking it, putting his head down. Oh, boy.
He had it.
Yeah. That's one where if it was a little bit closer game, you might see the flag come out from Coach Penner, but first down and goal here inside the 1.
And they'll give it to Wilson, and he will get the touchdown. Austin Wilson, the senior from Red Oak, Iowa, scores on a 1-yard run, and the defenders push the lead to 67-12, 9:19 left to go.
Yeah, another senior getting a chance to get on the field and get a score. Really cool, really neat thing for Wilson to get in there and get the touchdown. Yeah, it could have been either guy getting the score there, but nice push up front by the offensive line.
Steven Linen on for the extra point. And some celebrating on the defender side. And the kick is up and good. 68-12 with 9:19 left to go. Dort will kick off following this 1-minute timeout. You're listening and watching Dort football.
See Proactive Physical Therapy and Sports Rehab when the aches and pains won't go away. Visit proactivephysicaltherapy.net when you want to get back to the activities you love.
Today's broadcast brought to you by Ployne Publishing, quality printing from design to delivery. Today's broadcast brought to you by 712 Realty, a team of realtors in Northwest Iowa with the drive, care, and results you need to buy or sell your home. Visit them online, 712realty.com, leading you home. Today's broadcast brought to you by Huber's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning of Orange City. Whether you're looking for repairs, replacement, or maintenance for your air conditioning or heating system, Huber's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning of Orange City will exceed your expectation.
The Greenhouse, located in Hall, Iowa, bringing you amazing coffee, energy drinks, breakfast, lunch, and so much more. A big city feel, only 10 minutes away from Sioux Center, with a second location opening soon in Sanborn.
Austin Wilson with a 1-yard touchdown run, making the score. Dort leading 68-12, 9:19 left to go in the final game of the regular season for the Defenders. Prior to the game, again, just a reminder, we celebrated and honored, recognized, I suppose is the word, 38 seniors who are involved in the program in some capacity, whether it be a player, a student coach, a manager, but a great ceremony prior to the contest. All got introduced by Mark Christians, our PA, and got a hug from Coach Joel Penner, and just kind of a cool scene prior to the game. The Defender teammates line up on either side of the 50-yard lines. Just a cool thing to recognize seniors who have been part of this program.
Yeah, you know, those guys just put in a ton of time, a lot of effort, and yeah, when you have guys that stick it out for 4 and 5 years, you want to make sure you recognize them at the end of their time here.
Waldorf first down and 10 after the touchback. First down and 10 from the 25. Williams passes it out on the left flat. Caught by Rivera. Makes one defender player miss. Brought down by Kakmarinsky. Isaac Kakmarinsky with a tackle for a short gain. Isaac Kakmarinsky, very good player for us. Sophomore from Pella, Iowa. Went to Pella Christian. Serves as the long snapper, I do believe, as well for the Defenders. Not just that, but also a special teams ace and a linebacker for the defense.
Yeah, filled in a lot of important spots throughout the season and doing a good job.
2nd and 6 for Waldorf. Dort in front, 68-12. And they're going to hand it off, trying to bounce to the outside with no success. That is Zyron Belcher, freshman running back from California. And it'll be 3rd down and long, 3rd and 10 coming up for the Warriors. Going into the wind, mind you, and yeah, you stop them here, and then it's a 4th down where they have to punt, and we know how that went in the first quarter. Dort bringing all sorts of pressure, getting their hands on the football on some Waldorf punts. 3rd and 10 coming up for Williams in this Warriors offense. Drops straight back, getting pressure, and he will be sacked. Brought down in the backfield. Derek Pop and Josh Manwiller combined for the quarterback sack. Sets up 4th down.
Yeah, really good. Ran a little twist on the left side, and really both guys came in putting good pressure on the quarterback. Williams just didn't have anywhere to go with the ball.
5th quarterback sack of the afternoon for this defense, as they have provided a lot of pressure, and now a 4th down and 19, clock running at around 7:15 left to go. Back to receive is Valverde, standing at the 50-yard line. Low line drive kick. Valverde will pick it up at the 47-yard line. Makes one man miss. Valverde still on his feet. Inside the 30 to the 20 to the 10, 5. Touchdown, Defenders.
Well, that's the hat trick, right? I think we've scored in about every possible way we could, and just an outstanding job by Valverde. He fielded that punt, which is never easy when it's bouncing like that, but he had a nice little bounce, was able to get straight up the field, and that's what you love to see, is none of that side-to-side stuff. He just went vertically and really well blocked, and guys finishing even with a block into the end zone to get the score.
Ivan Orozco, the junior place kicker from Iowa Falls, on to kick the extra point, leading 74-12. Low snap. Orozco's kick is up and good. 75-12 with 6:56 left to go. More Defender football from Open Space Park coming up in a minute.
German Farmers Mutual, protecting the farm and home since 1891. Northwest Iowa's local insurance partner. Online at germanfarmers.com.
NewTek is your partner for success when purchasing equipment for construction, manufacturing, agriculture, and other industries. Don't miss the opportunity to transform your business and redefine your productivity standards with NewTek. Looking for top-notch rental equipment for your next project? Look no further than Rental, located in Sioux Center, Spencer, Storm Lake, and Sioux Falls. Rental, your regional equipment rental experts. Visit them online, rental.com, or call 712-722-3928. Today's broadcast brought to you by Flooring and Design in Sioux Center. Whether you are building a new home, remodeling your current home, or wanting to freshen up your decor, we can help make your home as unique as you. Stop in to see us at Flooring and Design.
McCormick said a year ago that College of Idaho team was probably
75-12, and it'll be 1st and 10 coming up for Waldorf.
Yeah, here we are. We're at that point in the game where, just trying to extend things, keep the clock moving. I think both teams want to put this one to bed.
6:56 left to go. 75-12 is the score. And it's been kind of fun, Kyle. A lot of different ways that you can score football, and Dort's done it all today.
They have, and with a lot of different personnel, a lot of different guys getting involved in the scoring, and getting good, solid experience. Really playing about everybody that's dressed.
Williams, short drop, finds Rivera, and Rivera picks up positive yards. For Rivera, that is his 10th catch. 10 catches for 60 yards and a score. Rivera and Johnson have been very active as pass catchers. Waldorf has totally abandoned the run unless if it's a run by Williams, the quarterback.
Right, and yeah, he's got pretty good rhythm here. Even that drive at the end of the half and then throughout the second half, doing a pretty good job of throwing the ball. When he's had time, he's finding guys downfield.
1st down and 10 for Waldorf. Just over 6 minutes left to go. You got a trio of receivers to the right, and they're going to stick with the run, and kind of the same result on the season. That is Pacina with the carry. No gain on the play. Sets up a 2nd down and long. Manwiller on the tackle for the defenders. Manwiller with the tackle. Defender basketball team closing minutes 92-46. They've doubled up College of St. Mary in the GPAC opener, led by Janie Van Dong. Yeah, just another double-double, 23 points, 10 rebounds for Janie Van Dong. She has a double-double in every game this season. Fun fact, Williams back to pass, facing some pressure, and it is caught. Pass over the middle. Good open field tackle by Dort's Traven Howen. And it'll be 3rd down coming up for Waldorf.
Yeah, not a huge gain there for Waldorf. But to not take the loss, Williams just avoided the sack and was able to get the ball off and at least get a positive play.
3rd and long coming up for Waldorf, 3rd and 9 with just over 5 minutes left to go. See if the defenders can get a stop. Jamin Sturr, the right defensive end. Just like to call out players who I see who might be on the field for the first time. Long pass over the middle, and it is incomplete, but we have a flag on the play, and this is going to be pass interference, I believe.
Yeah, I think just a little bit too much contact down the field, trying to run with the receiver, and got a little too handsy there, and going to give Waldorf a 1st down.
So Waldorf will have a 1st down, a new set of downs to work with. Clock stops on the penalty, an incomplete pass, 4:45 left to go. Automatic 1st down, Dort leading 75-12. Ball will be at the defender's 49-yard line, just past midfield, if you will. Also out there, I see Ethan Mills, sophomore from Webb, Iowa. He's on the right cornerback spot. Thomas Walder, sophomore from Wisconsin, left corner. Van Howen, one of the safeties. 1st and 10. Short drop by Williams. Pass caught by Rivera. He's hit immediately by Devin Endel, a sophomore from Texas.
Yeah, and that's their substitute for the run game, right? Just quick passes, getting positive yards, putting themselves at least ahead of the sticks and not in that 2nd and long or 2nd and extra long situation.
2nd down and 5. Ball at the defender's 45-yard line. Waldorf back to pass is Williams. He's facing a rush, and now we'll just toss it up in the air and get rid of it.
That should be
intentional grounding.
Intentional ground. Never get by.
He wasn't outside the hash marks, was he?
Right, and even if he was, which I don't think he was, but if he was, the ball still has to get to the line of scrimmage. So it's going to, there comes the flag, and so ball is going to be placed there, and going to put them in a tough third down situation.
That's a play that the officials often will have to get together, right? Because there's a number of factors you have to take into account in making that call.
Yeah, exactly. The two guys in the backfield are trying to determine was he outside the pocket or not, and if he was or if he wasn't, and then where did the ball go, right? Like I said, that even a throwaway has to get past the line of scrimmage, so you have to get it downfield, and he just kind of flipped it out. Maybe 5 yards downfield, wasn't near the line of scrimmage, so results in a big loss.
3rd and 24 coming up. They got to get to the defender 39-yard line for a first down. Thomas McCullough, a late substitution at the safety spot. Williams scrambling. Now we'll throw it out to Taylor, and he is tackled by Ethan Mills and others for the defenders. Well short of a first down, and Waldorf will be forced to punt it away. 4th and long. Clock continues to run. We're under 4 minutes now. McCullough back to receive along with Valverde.
On the punt for the Warriors is Isaac Burgess back to receive. Keenan Valverde and Thomas McCullough.
Waldorf will punt it away. 75-12. Our punt returner is standing at the 20-yard line. Last time this happened, Valverde brought it to the house, scored. That's always in play. High snap, kind of a low line drive kick again. Looks like better coverage, and Valverde's just going to let it go. It'll be downed inside the 15 to the 13-yard line of the defenders, and Dort will take over at that spot.
Well, so far today, we haven't punted the ball, correct, Matt?
Correct.
So you want to finish this game maybe with the possession or a score, so get the offensive unit out there and see if we can get some positive yards and milk the clock and finish the ball game with your offense on the field.
Dort with the win will improve to 8-2. I don't know if it's premature to say that. I don't think it is. And the give up the middle is to I'm not even sure who carried.
Yeah, a lot of bodies inside.
Yeah.
It's tough to find the ball carrier, right?
There he is. 37. Tyson Cube, a junior from Fairmont, Minnesota. The 8 wins is significant because it matches the record for most wins in conference play for the defenders, and that's the second most overall wins all time. Last year they had 9. They have 8 right now, or at least in 2 minutes. 2nd down and 5 for the defenders. And Dort will use some time. McDaniel, he'll hand it off. And a big first down carry here for Tyson Cube. It crossed midfield and into Waldorf territory at the 50-yard line.
And that'll take us to the 2-minute timeout, I believe here, Matt. So 2 minutes to go.
2-minute timeout, and we will take a break. And more Defender football after this 1-minute timeout.
Find furniture, mattresses, flooring, paint, and window treatments at your local Furniture Mart. They are family-owned and located in downtown Sioux Center.
Today's broadcast brought to you by Ski-Bout Window and Door, your local window experts. Whether you're building or replacing, Ski-Bout Window and Door has the products, people, and knowledge to get the job done right. See Ski-Bout and see the difference. Today's broadcast brought to you by Prairie Life Chiropractic, combining skill and expertise that spans the entire chiropractic, acupuncture, and physical health spectrum. They want you to move better and live better.
Hi, this is Jennifer Jansen at Epic Realty. At Epic Realty, we take pride in providing professional real estate services with integrity and expertise. Give us a call or stop by our Sioux Center office and visit our website at epichomerealty.com.
Premier Bank is proud to support Dort University. Visit epremierbank.com for locations and more information. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Two-minute warning. Dort will have first down and 10 from the 50-yard line, leading Waldorf 75-12 in the final game of the regular season. Victory formation for the defenders. After that first down run by Tyson Kuby, junior from Fairmont, Minnesota. Dort snaps it once, and it'll be victory formation.
Yeah, and we had, who do we have in there at quarterback? Number 12.
Was that Abe Stays who took a snap? Or number 12, Aiden Platone?
Yep. In his big knee brace, he took the knee on that one, and I think we swapped him out. So we have somebody else in there for the next victory formation kneel down.
Dort is going to win it handily. Did what they needed to do.
Exactly.
Left little in doubt this afternoon here at Open Space Park. Convincing win over Waldorf. As Dort just going to play this out. Snap it, maybe one more time? Substitute some players, get them in.
Run this down under 40 and should be able to kneel it one more time.
So Dort will improve to 8-2 on the season. Waldorf, they'll end their first season in the GPAC at 0-10, 0-11 overall. Did play one non-conference game against another ranked team. They have not had an easy schedule.
No, just playing in the league, a new league, tough for them. You know, they'll improve. They got a young coaching staff that's going to hit the road, the recruiting trail, and try to, add to their talent level and hopefully improve each year. That's what you got to do. Just put this season to bed and think about the future.
Dort's going to win it. Final score 75-12. We'll talk about it after we take a 2-minute timeout, where we will have the Wireless World Postgame show as well. Back in 2 minutes.
Today's Dort Media Network livestream broadcast is produced by the students of Dort University. Thanks for watching.
Hey Defender Nation, did you know that Dort Athletics has over 700 student athletes that make up less than 50% of the student body? We want to invite you to join the Defender Gold Club and support those student athletes, our staff, and coaches this season. Your charitable donation helps advance Defender Athletics and the Defender Way. Last year, we were just shy of 900 members in the Defender Gold Club. Help us reach that 1,000 member mark this year. By becoming a member, you will directly support the student athletes and coaches here at Dort University. Thanks for watching. Go Defenders.
Our students are thinking about God's good design for creation, and I think we're really intentional about having students think about what does this mean for you as you serve them. Although we offer them a very rigorous set of courses and expectations in the academic sense of social work, we also teach as intentionally and as rigorously as other academic programs, but have this fundamental and core foundation of who we are and why we're here.
Open Space Park, where Dort University has just defeated Waldorf. Final score 75-12 in the GPAC In the regular season finale, Defenders improved to 8-2 on the season. And this is the Wireless World post-game show. Wireless World, your local Verizon authorized retailer with 7 locations in Northwest Iowa. Visit them at wirelessworld.com. Let's take a look at some of the game highlights, if you will, Dort Media Network crew. And there were plenty of them, and from all shapes and sizes. And Waldorf with a touchdown pass early in the third quarter to Rivera. That was the first drive of the second half. Dort driving now, and keeping it is Noah Strickfaden with his first touchdown run of his career. Dort again. This is senior Austin Wilson with a 1-yard run, and I think that was the final touchdown offensively. And then, of course, we got to throw a special teams touchdown, Kyle. And this is Keegan Valverde with a punt return for a touchdown. And Dort, you name it, they scored today by that method.
Yeah, exactly. Every way you can probably think of, other than a kick return, we were able to get a score. And, yeah, just a fun day overall, getting a lot of people involved. A lot of guys that probably don't see a lot of action on the varsity field throughout the year got their opportunity today, and they took advantage of it. Getting a lot of different guys, like I said, getting a lot of guys involved in the scoring. Do we have anybody with Wellen? Probably had 2 touchdowns.
Nick Wellen had 2 touchdowns, but other than that, it was like 6 others with a touchdown on offense.
Yeah, exactly. And then
you had the pick 6 by Tyler Wieringa, and then a special teams, a safety, field goal.
Oh, yeah.
It was all there for you.
It really was. So, fun day overall for this group, especially on senior day. Again, recognizing those 38 seniors and getting them involved on the field. And, just a fun day overall. And now it's the wait and see game, right?
Yeah, I guess we got to kind of talk about that and kind of end it with that. So what's next? So tomorrow, the NAI, I believe the selection show is at 6 p.m. Until then, there's going to be a committee and coaches representatives from the conference, and all of them are going to get together in a room, hash it out, and the 20 qualifiers for the NAI Football Championship Series will be announced. It'll be announced at 6 p.m., and there will be a lot of anxious Defender fans, including you, me, and my friend and my dear friend and colleague Mike Biker. And gosh, I hope that he's got another game to call, Kyle.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, resume, quality of.
Yes.
I mean, this is a team that really, in my opinion, and they've shown it throughout the year. They showed their ability. Even, you don't want to necessarily talk about, well, last year we were in and we won a playoff game, but it's a factor because we have so many guys back, and you end up with the same record. Really should be there. The tricky part is having 3 teams tie for second in the conference. Along with the conference champion in Morningside, will the committee choose 4 teams from the same league to be in? It's not unprecedented.
Nope.
Other teams have gotten 4 in.
You bet.
And I think we have a really good argument, especially considering the success that the GPAC has had in postseason play.
Absolutely.
That has to be a factor. But, yeah, if you're sitting out there, Concordia with a pretty decisive win over Midland today, at least it looks like it's going to finish that way.
Yep.
They're up big late. They have an argument, right? They beat Northwestern. Obviously, we took care of business beating them. So who do you leave out, right? That's where would be my approach in that room. If I'm a committee member, you go, who do you leave out from the GPAC? There's 4 teams that should be in. Yeah.
Can I solve it? Take them all.
Take them all. That
way we're all happy.
It makes sense. But yeah, it is a national playoff, so there's a lot of those teams.
Yeah.
We were kind of keeping an eye out. There's an important game out west with College of Idaho is hosting Southern Oregon, and Southern Oregon is another one of those kind of probably bubble teams. They were leading at halftime 10-0. But yeah, that's a game that could be one of those factor games. Yeah, throughout the country, everybody's making that argument, right? You know, those other teams that are going to finish second in their league with 1 or 2 losses, are they going, why not us, right? So everybody's going to make their argument, and I wouldn't care to be. I would like to be on the committee right now because I know who I'd put in. But you can understand their challenge is figuring out who is that, 16 to 20 ranked teams that probably should be in. So
it's a tough process.
It is. And at every level, right? I mean, you hear about even at the Division I level how they're all vying for those top 12 spots, and in NAI it's the top 20 or the 20 qualifiers. So it's going to be a lot of Defender fans and team members and coaching staff sitting on pins and needles for the next 24 hours.
Dort wins it today over Waldorf on Senior Day, a big win for the Defenders. 75-12. I lost my train of thought. 75-12 was the final as Dort closes the regular season at 8-2. Kyle, this was a lot of fun. Thank you for taking me along and pulling me along and carrying this thing.
Oh, did a great job today, Matt. Fun day watching this Defender unit just play outstanding football.
Yeah, it was a great day here at Open Space Park. And that's going to do it for the broadcast. For Kyle Achteroff, the Dort Media Network, for Sioux County Radio. This is Matt Boss, and hopefully good things tomorrow night, folks. 6 p.m.'s NAI Selection Show. And, we'll have it covered on the website. If we